film universe, welcome to another episode of Zoobox, a podcast about nonsense, much of which you're about to hear. And we're getting ready. We're ready to set sail, as you can see. We're going to be taking this riverboat cruise down the river to see what's going on in the world. Why isn't there a river that runs all through America that we could do that?
Is there not?
The Mississippi.
Yeah, the Mississippi is like at least 70. Does it go all the way to Michigan?
I don't know. It might.
Well, that could be. I mean, that would be a nice long trek. Do you think we could go and survey any of the damage? Do you think we'd see a burning city in the distance?
Probably. Honestly.
Yeah. Well, today's going to be a spicy one, folks. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. So,
and we don't have the dragger downer guy. He's not good drag us down. So
who's that?
Ryan.
The guy the one trying to tell me that my 5G conspiracies are bullshit. You're bullshit.
Yeah.
Ryan needs to get more connected.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna get him there.
All right, so we're going to have a little social lubrication here, everybody.
Sean, you're drinking Jim. Mike's got the moonshine, the shine of the moon, and I got the good old Jamie, the son of Jamie. I'll pour a nice little glass because this is about to be a good conversation. Oh, there you go. Well, clink, clink. There you go, boy.
They got to know if they just have the audio.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's for you, only audience. That's for you, buddy.
I hope your ears start to bleed.
I'm looking out for you, folks.
If you guys want to partake in the non-celebratory drinks, I don't know if we would call them celebratory, but definitely some mind-numbing.
It doesn't have to be celebratory, but it could just be a
drink between friends.
Every new episode of Zoobox is a cause for a celebration. It means we made it another week. Not only we lived another week, Zoobox is alive. Zoobox is thriving at 44 subscribers on YouTube at the present.
Woo!
We're growing there, baby. Buddy. We're growing.
We need to get somebody big on our podcast so we blow up, and then people will start listening.
Well, get on it, buddy. Start shooting.
I'm trying to.
Else.
I am. I'm going to shoot some other podcasters' emails and just or DM them, see what happens.
Like, hey, man.
Hey, you never know. I was just thinking about it. It's kind of like a job application. You just shoot it out there.
Yeah, but hey, I heard you like the podcast. So do I. We should be friends.
We're spicy people over here.
So Dan, you had said that you had some sort of tale you would like to regale us with to start things off today.
Yeah, man. I've been thinking a lot. I think all of us in America probably have been thinking a lot recently, and there's a lot of emotions, there's a lot of anger, and there's a lot of people being upset, honestly, rightfully so, in a lot of these situations. But it made me think back. When I was in the military, I had long story short, I got put under investigation. And I will not say any names because someone may still be there. But long story short, there was one guy that really helped me through it, I guess you could say.
Sure.
And his job was on the line because we weren't allowed to be talking at the time. And he was there. I'll never forget the day. So, I'm at work, whatever. And the next thing I know, I get this weird, basically, hey, come go turn your gun in and hang out. I'm like, oh, fuck. I knew right there. It was weird. That never happens. My bosses were a bunch of fucking pricks. You don't go home. You don't chill. Yeah. So I was sitting there. I was like, yep, something's up. And long story short, I got put under investigation for, I guess, making a joke or something. Still to this day, it was never very clear. I never got officially charged with anything. It was really weird.
Seems apropos of the time. Does the military work for Facebook?
Yeah, probably.
Dude, that's what happened to me. Well, not to detract from the story. I was just saying that, just in terms of being in trouble for something and them not telling you why. I got my live streaming restrictions I got restricted for a month because of something I posted, and I have no idea what it is because I barely post anything on Facebook outside of Zoobox stuff. And they wouldn't. I couldn't figure out what it was. I had no idea. I just got a notice. Really? I was like, what the fuck? I don't post anything, but I don't know.
It's the deep state. No, but I will say this much, man. I mean, I don't know how many people have been kind of shocked. Like, I was definitely shocked. I remember they literally pulled me into an office, and you gotta remember, I'm a grown man. Like, I'm 25, 26 years old, and I'm like, they're like, get the fuck at parade rest. So I get at parade rest with your hands behind your back, and at the top you crack your ass. You like you put them over each other, and they're like, all right, this is a one-way conversation. This is what's gonna fucking happen. You're off our flight, which is like the group of people I worked with, and you can't talk to anybody on that you work. Like, you can't talk to no one. The only person you can talk to is your supervisor. I was just like, they're like, don't fucking ask any questions. We can't talk about. Long story short, and my friend, I worked with him, and he was just as shocked as anybody. But I just remember, like, there was that feeling of being alone, and that shock, and then the shock that he felt, and he was there with me kind of going through it, and was really supportive. And, we weren't allowed to talk to each other, but we may or may not have been suite mates, which was where we shared a bathroom. May or may not. I'm not going to say that we did or did not share a bathroom. And we may or may not have, like, just been getting plastered in the bathroom, because that was where no one could see us. No one could look in the windows. It was both like you know what I'm saying? You got 2 rooms on either side. In the middle is the bathroom. You kind of get the picture?
No, like in a...
So that...
Yeah, it's connecting rooms.
Yeah. So that was the only safe space, and I'll never forget that. And it just kind of made me think. And he's a black man, and he's a good man, and he's a crazy bastard, and can't contain his alcohol a little bit. But I love him to death. And I was just sitting there, like, thinking about, and like I definitely have some things that we wanted to talk about, and it's trying to get his opinion and trying to get his view on the things. And maybe there's just some things that I'll never understand. Like, there are some things that I just won't get where I came from whether it's by my race or by my geographically, So it just kind of made me think a lot, and hearing his opinions on some of the things. And he's from Chicago, so he grew up in the very violent area, and his mother was an immigrant from Haiti, and you know what I mean? So, like, he just definitely had a different cultural experience than I had.
Of course, yeah.
And understanding and respecting that is something that I think, just remembering how good of, like, it's not about, like, to me, it's just like, it's not about race anymore. It shouldn't be. But if someone has a lived experience, whether it's anecdotal or not, because it's like my experience was anecdotal, but that doesn't mean the entire Air Force is fucking corrupt. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, it was an anecdotal experience. So I appreciated him being there for me, and I think he appreciates me being there for him in a sense. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it just made me kind of think about it a little bit more.
Well, sure. I mean, I think when you deal with, this is the importance of respecting the individual. When we talk about lived experience, we're just talking about a person's life and respecting why they can't come to the conclusions that they do, but it has to be a mutual thing. Because everybody's experiences are going to be different. Even there is no blanket black experience. There's no blanket white person experience. There is no blanket Asian person experience. Everybody has their own life trajectory, and that kind of forms who they are, and you have to respect that. A lot of times people don't. A lot of times people like to generalize. They like to make assumptions about, well, you're this color, or you're from this area, so that means this is what your life was. Because they generalize. It makes it easier for people. They don't have to deal with you as a person. And it's these times like these, I wish people would kind of embrace that a little bit more than kind of the groupthink. It's a little ideological. It's a little cultish.
That's kind of what I was saying, though. Is like looking and realizing the conversations we've had, whether it's about race or about being black or my experiences growing up. We've had those conversations before, and but we've still been. We were friends. He was one of my best friends, and he's a great guy. So it's just like sitting there, like, this is such a contentious time, but you should still be able to reach out to your friends and
I just wanted to 100%. I just wanted to reiterate what you said, but just make it so people could understand it. You know what I mean?
No, fair enough.
That's a joke. Come on, laugh, fuckers.
Fair enough.
It's a joke. It's a joke. No, I think
it's definitely cool.
Yeah, it's a time to, if you can, reconnect with people. Give somebody a call. Reach out.
Yeah. You know? I mean, I just thought that was a good story about. It didn't matter. We were brothers. We were together, and like at a tough moment, and it didn't matter who we were before or after.
Yeah, this is the problem with kind of like making your identity singular based on immutable characteristics that you have no control over.
Exactly.
Because the things that actually bond us are our shared experiences. They're the places we work. They're the places what we do. You're in the military, so you have like this other bond, this other piece of your identity. That's not to say that people don't have an identity based on like, you know, a black identity or a quote unquote white identity, which doesn't really mean anything because just like with black people from all over the fucking world. It's not like you can't have. It's just a weird thing that people do, but. It shouldn't be that important and part of your identity. Just like being a man or a woman or trans or gay or straight, like it shouldn't really matter that much because if it's not something you can control, then what's the point of like really kind of obsessing about it? In terms of, I'm saying like, you know, to make progress, to move forward for human beings, it's something people kind of have to get over a little bit, and that's not happening right now. I mean, besides all the rioting and besides the protests, it's not what I mean. Which we'll get into that stuff, but it's yeah, I agree with you, Dan.
I mean, just unity, dude. Just like I love people, and I think Mike and I, you know, we talked about that, man. Like, just love and respect everybody. If you have differing opinions, it's okay.
It's actually it's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's why the open lines of communication are so important. It's because how are you supposed to learn anything if you don't fucking talk to other people that disagree with you? How are you supposed to progress? How are you supposed to get smarter?
You get Antifa and you get white supremacists.
We have such a weird culture, and a lot of it's, and I think we've talked about this before on the show, but a lot of it is created because of the social media, and this because we all have this innate desire to be tribal and get in a bubble that can and only spend time with people that agree with us, and now it's just been taken to this huge extreme where people will literally be like, if you disagree with them, then you are an immoral, evil person. You know what I mean? Like it's become like a kind of a cult. It's become so ideologically driven that it's taken the place. It's the new religion. It's the new secular religion. You know, and I guess because people need something like that in their life. They need like these guiding posts. They need something to feel virtuous. They need something that. I don't know. I mean, like in the same way that
I saw this one word video. I don't know if you guys seen this where there's like a bunch of white people and then I think it's like a black lady speaking to them and they're like rehearsing what she says.
Yeah, it's called call and repeat.
Yeah. That was just like I'm like, oh my, this looks like a cult or something. Like it was just weird.
Didn't it sound like they were in a church?
Yeah, it did. That's what I mean. It sounded like
sermon.
She was saying something, and then they were rehearsing like a prayer.
It's in all the people there. I think that there was a few of them that took place in like New Jersey, and then some places in Manhattan, and they're almost all white people. And the greatest, and the thing about it that is the funniest thing, is that these are people that all agree with these things. Like they don't need, and they're saying it to each other. Like they don't need to, you know what I mean? Like who is this for, and who are you talking to? So to me, it just looks like it's like cultish brainwash behavior. That's the kind of thing when you go to a cult, they do shit like that. It's like this indoctrination process because actually saying something out loud.
I'm an American airman. I'm a warrior.
Yeah, 100%. But it has and there's tons of research on this. There's a literal psychological effect that happens.
Yeah. I just found it was weird that they were saying that, and bring it back to your point, Sean, it's like they're just saying it to people that they all think the same thing.
Yeah.
And most of what they're saying was not unreasonable. They were just saying treat everybody equal or whatever, but it was just weird how they were doing it.
Like, do you really have to fucking sit there and chant that to understand it? Like, I don't get it.
Because part of it is, this is the problem with a lot of these intersectional activist groups. Like, this is a power game. This is about subjugation. That is to make sure that those white people or whatever are they're guilty, feel bad.
Yeah, and I was thinking about that.
Because like you said, like the things that they're saying, every other thing, you're like, yeah, of course, Of course.
Yeah. And I was thinking, like, a lot of people, it's almost like every white person, like, we're responsible for the sins of all the other white people that's ever lived.
The sins of your father.
Yeah. But in Germany, with the German people, it's like they kind of broke away from that somehow. Like, they don't have to feel the guilt.
Oh, no, they do. I promise you that.
Well, no, when I talk to Germans, when I travel, they said that they don't, it's not like that anymore.
Well, it kind of stopped at, like, our generation, for sure.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, but they've wiped that in almost entire, like, it's not even a part of the lexicon. They don't even want.
Well, I know, but
nothing.
they don't.
Yeah.
They don't bring it up in German culture all the time.
No.
No, it's embarrassing.
They try to move away from it. Like,
yeah.
for years, for video games, that when you fought Nazis and stuff, they either wouldn't be released in Germany or they would be edited. They would take off the Nazi paraphernalia and stuff off of the characters. So if you got like a old Call of Duty game, they wouldn't release them.
Yeah.
They won't do they won't allow anything like that.
But basically saying that, those people aren't responsible for what their ancestors did.
Well, of course they're not. Yeah, I know what you mean. I agree with you.
Yeah, but for some weird reason, it's like they want people to be responsible for what their ancestors did, and it's kind of like it's out of your control.
Well, Mike, the difference to the current cultural debate is that they believe it's still happening.
Yes, I know.
So that's the difference. The difference is I hate saying they, but these there's no way to say it, I guess, but there are just people out there that absolutely believe that they are still being oppressed to this day, and that you are playing a part of it.
Well, you're complicit. You're just part of that system, so you're automatically an enemy.
Even though you look at where these places happen, 90%, dude, are in Democrat-run. The Democrats pass the fucking laws. The Democrats support the police force. And these... No, like, we're talking Amy Klobuchar had a chance to get rid of Chauvin like fucking 10 years ago and prosecute him, and she refused to prosecute him or something. There's some bullshit. I'm not going to say I'm speaking on it with any great sense of knowledge.
It's the police unions have such a huge power. And this is something even I've been getting educated on in the past few days, is that... any type of private union generally is a bad thing because you can't get rid of these dudes because the union comes up to bat for them no matter what they do, because that is the function of a union. So to have them for your public servants is a little fucked.
Yeah, and another thing with police officers that I was talking to somebody I know that's a police officer, and he said that the police force, like police officers in general across the country, they don't deal with PTSD. Because if they did, they would have so many police officers retiring, it would wipe out their bottom line.
That's actually a good point, man. Yeah. I think it's actually an excellent point. Especially, sorry. What?
I was just going to say, especially in those higher crime rate areas where that's traumatic. You have to deal with that every day.
We're going to have my buddy on here soon, and he is a Baltimore police officer. Dude, he was like fucking, 22 years old? He's a fucking baby in a microwave? Tried to be dried off by a couple of meth heads? You don't think that makes you jaded, makes you fucking upset or
of course.
Whatever? But not to mention, we have to ask, okay, I think that the real discussion is this. I think, and it's not, I don't necessarily think it's black or white. I think it's more of a class issue. But it's just, the truth is that people of color are generally in the lower class, I guess, in America, as far as that's the generalization, which is probably more accurate. They live in these high poverty, high crime areas, and they're the police protect the middle class. Okay, the middle class, they protect them.
Yeah.
The police the lower class. They actually go in and actively police the lower class. So they're not going in there to protect them. They're going in there to police them.
Yeah.
So
which is a fair argument, I think.
How do you fix that problem as far as if there's a high percentage of colored people that are in the lower class, how do you fix that problem? How do you get them into the middle class and less?
Well, it's a generational thing that has to happen because you're still dealing with policies from the fucking 60s that did some of this stuff.
Yeah,
like
I get
low
that.
income housing and all that shit.
Well, it still happens today.
No, I'm saying the system is still there, and they're also born into that system. Like it's not.
Yeah, I know. So how do you
welfare
fix that system to make them?
This is what you do. You decriminalize all public or excuse me, private consumption of drugs. You decriminalize all private consumption. Now you have a child, then whatever. Like there may be an argument there to obviously like at least take the child from you if you get caught like fucking high or whatever.
Yeah, well, it's just the same thing. If you're an alcoholic and you have kids, CPS is gonna come. I mean,
yeah.
But no, that'd probably be a harder thing to get called on for, like at least alcohol. Like, what? Okay, I have wine in my house, sue me or whatever.
No, I'm saying if somebody is intoxicated and they got like a kid around, and the kid hurts himself or whatever, it's the same thing if you got high and the same thing happened. I mean,
sure. I mean, I don't really know much about that system, but I think decriminalizing at least the private use of alcohol or drugs, excuse me, is really going to help out people. As far as the incarceration rates go. And I think it's also, stop uplifting parts of the culture that are, literally criminals. Like that is the, like 6ix9ine. That guy's a fucking criminal. And he's a multi-millionaire, kind of a piece of shit, gang member. And like they idolize, certain people will be idolized for their gang culture and the gang violence that they, perpetuate. And they make millions of dollars off of these kids. And it's
well, and those kids pay the price. It's because it glorifies a lifestyle that is actually not real. Because those guys they're not actually the gangster dudes that they portray themselves to be.
And if they do, they fucking die.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's a little, it's like being people buying into a lifestyle based on a commercial. It's just to sell you something. It doesn't
but that's
really.
The problem. It's selling you something that is not necessarily of good moral value. And I mean, you could make the same argument for rock and roll and like sex, drugs, and rock and roll and all this stuff. Jesus, sorry, Mike. That's actually your brother. Funny enough, but it's something that I don't know, man. I don't know what the answer is, but I really do think holding police accountable, get rid of the unions. I think that's a fantastic thing. Get rid of the unions because it's not even the Well, for one, we also got to get down to the nitty gritty. I don't give a shit if someone calls me fucking racist. A cop is 18 times more likely to be shot by a black person. 18 times more likely.
Yes, because it's all part of the same reason why the incarceration rates for black people are higher, because the higher crime rates in an area, more policing leads to more arrests, leads to more conflicts between police and a person.
Yeah, well, it's like, I don't know what the statistics are, but I believe in 2019, 9 unarmed African Americans were shot in 2019.
Yeah.
Compared to like 2015 when it was like over 50, if I remember accurately.
6,000.
Yeah,
so we're better now. It's less racist.
We have evolved because really, and like it's statistically proven that a police officer is more hesitant to shoot a black person. Period. Like they are just more hesitant to do it because they know if they're fucking wrong, they are
in the climate. You would hope so. People in the climate would be a little more careful, just in the sense that they should be more careful. Anyway.
No, they should.
Yeah, but that video of George Floyd and those police officers,
right?
They made it seem like that was like a normal, that was just what they did every day.
It probably was.
The police officers.
You mean the casual nature of
yes,
which they did? Yeah, of course, because that's probably true.
Right, and I listen. Like I will never ever stand up for those guys. I think they all should be charged. I'm glad they are, and that's just taking out like all the emotion and just being like, you are, as a first responder, your job as a police officer is to handle the situation, ensure the scene is safe and clear, and you transport or you obviously take care of medical attention as needed. So like it's your job to take care of people. That should be your first primary function going into a situation after handling the threat.
Yes, and then maybe if you made police, it's not super hard to become a police officer. What if they made it harder to become one and raise the pay? You would get better people.
Okay, that may be true, but that's not also true.
Why?
Because how hard is it to become a senator in the United States? How much do they get paid? Well, I'm going to tell you, it's not easy. Not every single person can become a senator or become like, a CEO of a company. Like these guys,
but that's a lot harder to become. Yeah, like to become a senator. Thing. It's pretty.
No, what I'm saying is like there's bad guys in every position. You're not going to eliminate.
Of course.
So what would the standard be that is different than today?
I mean, but you can mitigate. But you could mitigate the amount of bad people that are in there because if you incentivize through better pay and better training and a harder, like a more thorough
background checks,
or just a more thorough process of vetting, then some of those people are not going to make it through. I mean, that's just true.
Do you guys know the process for getting into a police department now?
Oh, you mean
Dan, I knew one police officer that got in, and just some of the stuff he said, and then later on he ended up getting fired because. Well,
okay, there we go. It worked. They got the guy. I mean, just if you don't have any...
Yeah, but he got through the system.
Yeah, he got through the system because, Mike, if you don't have any derogatory shit and you pass the psychological exam and you pass the lie detector test, how are they going to measure you? What else measurement tool...
Talk to people that know you.
And also,
they do that. It's a background check. They do that. And you're going to put down the people you know.
I mean, if you just had a more thorough vetting process in terms of training and whatnot, like you're going to get more exposure to the people and they're going to give them more chances to fall out.
Yeah,
they're not going to be able to meet the standard. Maybe you should have to get better grades. Maybe you should have to do whatever. I don't know.
No.
Yeah, and maybe go back to the PTSD thing. Like if you are from the military and you have symptoms of PTSD, maybe that should be something that, because a lot of police officers are ex-militaries, maybe that should eliminate you from becoming a police officer.
PTSD does not mean you're violent.
Yeah, but it means you sometimes react. Sometimes you react in certain ways.
For some people.
That's
some people. Yes.
They literally already do that. That if you have PTSD, you have to clarify it. It has to be approved through psychologists. Like you can't just go join a police department, dude. It's not like you go sign up and there's no vetting process. I can't think of a way at this moment that is going to, because like right now, no one wants to be a police officer, no matter how much you're getting fucking paid.
Well, if you raise the pay to like $100,000, trust me, people would want to do it.
People get paid that in Birmingham right now, $85,000 starting pay for a city cop.
But the average pay for like a state cop is like you start off with like 35, 40.
No.
Yes, most states, Dan. Yes.
No, that's not.
State of Virginia is 44,000. State of West Virginia is 35,000.
But if you look at the exponential pay increases that they get within the first 5 years, it's up to 75, 80,000 within like 5 years. Like they get. So the pay incentive is there, and the reason why they pay them less in the beginning is because they don't know if they're going to work out.
Yeah, I can see that.
Going to be a good cop. You know what I mean? I'm just saying
I feel like they could do it better. I feel like they could get better people. Dan, how do people... Okay, but if you work for the FBI, you clearly get way more vented than for like a police officer. So there's clearly ways to do a better system. I'm not saying go to that extreme.
Yeah, and then the leaders of our FBI literally just like did a corrupt thing with General Flynn. Like it doesn't matter, dude. Like that's what I'm saying. Like they don't have like the FBI is not the pinnacle of good.
Oh, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
No, but what the only difference between a federal law enforcement job and like a police officer is generally a degree.
Yeah, but that's okay, and that maybe it matters in some respect, I suppose, in terms of a person's like ability and integrity, or be able to follow through with something, right? Because that's most of the time why they want you to have a college degree, no matter what you do, is just to see if you have follow through. I mean, I don't think anybody's arguing for anything specific because you're right. Like, don't 100% know what the process is, but like, I don't. That doesn't mean you should just be like, well, it's fine. I don't really understand the point you're making.
No, I'm not making a point. Needs to change is not necessarily the vetting process. It's very extensive in a lot of ways. If you can't vet all the shit people out, it's impossible because you don't know how someone's going to react once they get that power.
Yeah, but
once they actually have it. The Stanford experiment is a great example of what happens.
That's true. And sometimes people, if you're a police officer, you come in as normal, and then you're like your friend there, and you see all this horrible stuff. Maybe you get this weird, fucked up view of people over time, and you become more rigid and more hatred towards people, and you just think of people as, you don't look at them as humans anymore.
I agree, and I think that's really where the problem lies. It's once you become a police officer, it's the monitoring of your standards. And then once you have certain complaints against you, why are they not investigated completely or more thoroughly? Internal affairs are fucking cops. Why the fuck are cops investigating cops? That doesn't make sense. They should be a private review board, some sort of commission run by the state or city. And that would make more sense. And needs to be an independent review. Just same reason why cops should not be able to unionize. But
so what is this whole unionized thing?
It gives power. Basically, the union will protect. Let's say, like, you get fucked over by your police department because you really didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
You go to the union, and the union will fight for you to keep your credentials or get your job back. It's like, so really
what's the other option besides union?
No union.
And so what system takes place?
It would have to. What our country should be based off of.
You're breaking up, Dan.
Yeah, you broke up. What was that?
A legal system, the judicial system.
Well, but the unions do more than just do that. I mean, it's, to get pay increases for budgetary stuff. I mean, there's all this stuff that goes in with that. It's not just, they help bad cops get off or whatever. That's not the only function that they have. But they should not be involved in the disciplinary part, is what I mean. I don't even know.
They shouldn't be involved in the disciplinary.
I don't know if civil servants that work technically for a county or a state should have a fucking union. Like, what the fuck is that? What are you talking about? Like, why does some third party get to come in and fucking I don't know, it's like a lobbyist, like having a lobbyist work for you. It's weird.
I just don't think. Listen, it's not about there may be a better way to vet police officers. I can't think of one at this time, but I do think it's about getting the bad ones early and find, like, when they're, because at the end of the day, we don't have enough police officers. Like, we barely have enough to get most of the jobs done now. Like, look at the riots, for example. We can't fucking contain people. We're not meant to contain these, like, mass numbers, right? And
well, if they were just to fucking go wide open, they could. I mean, that's the thing. It's about how they use their force.
No, but they couldn't, dude. They couldn't compete.
I mean, that's not me saying that they should, by the way. That's just me saying, if they start shooting people or whatever, people would probably disperse. I mean, I don't know. Would that escalate? That would obviously escalate things, of course, but
I like last night, for example. New York, I believe it was New York. Don't quote me, but a police officer was stabbed in the neck, like almost killed. 2 cops were hit by cars. A rioter was hands up, got shot 4 times in the fucking chest. So I don't know how true that is, but that's what I read. So like, and he ended up having a hammer, which they thought was a gun. But to expect, and this is the thing, like, I have a hard time, and like I don't think a lot of people get, is that, like, chaos. It's constant chaos, Like, how are you supposed to know 100% what you... It's like, fuck.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. If you're a police officer and you're in those riots, I mean, it must be fucking scary.
Dude, holy... Could you imagine 100, 200 people, like, or 1,000, like, hate you? They hate you, dude.
Yeah, and the governor or the mayor of New York was saying that one of his police officers pulled a gun and pointed it at somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, well, what's the context of that? Like, what, you know, he said he's going to be disciplined, he's going to be fired. Well, was somebody threatening him? You know, I don't know. It would be very difficult to be in that position. And then if your own mayor or whatever governor is not backing you, you know, they're not backing the police force at all. It would be a scary thing to be a police officer right now. I get it.
Yeah, 100%.
It would be. I wouldn't want to be in their shoes, especially knowing you don't have the back of your
no
governor.
one has the back right now of the police officers,
because it's not politically expedient to. I mean, you know, this is the thing. It's just, you know, obviously I think the things that people are upset about are a problem, right? But the prescription that people are offering is ridiculous.
Like the police.
Abolish the police department. You know, that's right. I mean, we're talking all about this. It's not going to matter soon because there is going to be no police, boys. The police are getting broken up.
That's, you know, people that want that is ridiculous.
Oh, dude, that will be if so. Is it Minneapolis that it might actually like completely abolish part of their police force?
They talked about it. I think the city council voted on some sort of.
What do you mean abolish it? Like what percentage of?
Not demolish, abolish the police.
What
Like,
does
get
that
rid
mean?
of them. I'll get
Get
rid
rid
of
of
the police.
Get rid of them.
Yeah.
And
like,
do
you're all
what?
fired.
For law and order.
Yeah. Just let people do what they want. Well, because honestly, I mean, we've seen this before, and the real reason that you go back, look through the history of bad policing, you look at L.A. and Southern California, also run by Democrats. If anyone's curious, you know, go look it up. But that's why the Bloods and Crips were birthed. The Bloods is an acronym for like brothers something or other. I can't remember what it stands for, but the Bloods and Crips were started to police their own communities because it was so dangerous to have the police come there. So
Yeah,
like maybe it would be some sort of community policing thing.
Well,
Oh, those things are happening. I mean, you can do that. You just have to. I mean, if you're smart, you'll just contact the police and be like, "Yo, this community is we're going to police the community."
Yeah, do you guys want to know an example of community policing? You want to know a good example, or maybe not a good example, but a recent example of community policing?
That movie, The Watch, with Ben Stiller.
Fantastic movie. It's actually Ahmed Arbery. Yeah. Right? Like, tell me that's not community policing. Like, you know,
an attempt at it, yeah.
Yeah, well, it was. No, that's what it was, and it was very poorly done. Absolutely, you're correct. But we can just sit there and go, listen.
Oh, that's where you're going to get a ton of shit like that.
Well, it's like, who the fuck is going to hold now these people responsible when you got no one to arrest them? It'd be a kangaroo court. I've seen The Dark Knight Rises. Okay, I don't want this happening. Like some guy, the Joker, is the Scarecrow or.
Guilty.
Yeah, I mean, this would be if they do that. I mean, I can't even believe elected officials are even thinking about that.
Because they're fucking scared.
Well, because they're just out there virtue signaling. They're out there trying to get reelected. They're, you know, it's gross politics. It just became a partisan issue. Like, should the police exist? Okay, like, do you really want to like descend into this? Like, watch as police precincts around the country get defunded and violent crime spikes. It's gonna happen.
Dude,
there are already
during the looting. Oh my God, looting. Fuck, I can't speak.
Oh, there, have another drink there, buddy.
And you know, the police have. I mean, I've seen videos of the police not handling this thing correctly. I mean, I've seen them doing awful things as well.
There's a lot of police out there. This gonna happen.
No, but dude, you gotta understand. Like, I agree. I've seen police do some questionable shit. Absolutely, but you're like, I don't know how you would. You don't know till you're there what you would do.
Well, Dan, I saw like this one police officer telling these people to leave, and like this old man's leaving, and he's in a cane. He's not going fast enough.
Absolutely.
I mean, come on,
it's fucking
that's
crazy.
fucking crazy.
I agree.
I'm
talking about like with the mass carnage. I'm not talking about like those random.
There was like fucking a cop had pulled like a protester or a looter, I don't know who it was, behind a fucking dumpster. And they thought nobody they beat the fuck out of him. Somebody obviously had a camera and fucking got all that footage. And it was like Rodney King style beating. It was like a beating.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah,
I just stopped watching, man. I can't watch them. They're too like, I've seen like people, I don't know if these people are dying, but it was just too awful for me. I just stopped watching.
Well, there are people being killed all over.
I know, that's what I mean. I see like these beatings, and I just can't watch them anymore. It's just...
Or even just victims of the rioting and the looting. Like David Dorn. I mean, that guy died on a fucking sidewalk. That was really sad.
It's absolutely sad. Can I
That's
say something?
I can't do it anymore.
No, what?
All right. Well, no, seriously. This is the fucking truth. If you're out protesting, okay, and you see looting, you see rioting, you see burning,
you say something.
Shit happen. No, you fucking get out of there. You're an idiot if you think sticking around while that shit's going on is a good fucking idea.
Well, Dan, a lot of the looting and stuff happens away from the protests, like miles away sometimes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay,
that's
but what
what's
I'm saying
crazy.
Even if that's Antifa, god damn it, they're luring people, they're taking our people. No, but like, you know, I'm serious though. If I was out there and I was like, well, one, I might get some free Jordans. You know, it's expensive out here. It's hot out here for.
Might grab myself a few Lego sets, if you know what I mean. A few.
Hey, dude,
Legos are expensive, dude. The Legos are awesome.
Hey, dude, go on eBay though. You know what I'm saying? Right now in those cities, you probably get a nice laptop or something pretty cheap.
Probably.
You know, but like, did you guys see what Apple did? Apple's like, you know, we can track those, right? Like all the phones stolen and all the laptops. They're like, you know, we're tracking them. Like, we know where you are. And everyone was like, fuck. And they just started seeing, like, everyone throw it out in the garbage. Like 50 of them or something shit. I just made that up. That's a lie, but it would be funny. I do, but like, honestly.
Yeah, why would you tell us that whole lie?
Apple did say. Like,
they did say the lie was the garbage truck. That was the one lie. The little white lie. I thought it was funny.
What are all these smashed iPhones doing out on the street?
There's a lot of dick pics on this thing, man. And I do think there's definitely something to be said though about these protests, these riots, and I've seen every argument between, well, we were peaceful, you didn't like it when we did this, and it says Black Lives Matter. You didn't like it when we did this, and it's Colin Kaepernick, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, it's because they're just nonsense. Come on, man.
No, it is nonsense. But I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, Black Lives Matter did accomplish something that is truly magnificent. Body-worn cameras, everybody. Body fucking worn cameras was directly because of Black Lives Matter.
Well, but that was a good thing that happened, right? Like, I think most people, if you look at like the mission statement, because Black Lives Matter has kind of a mission statement. They have goals that they want to reach as an organization, or at least I would more often than not they do. And I think people broadly, you're like, yeah, of course, totally agree with that. It's the way that some of the leadership and the activists kind of make asses of themselves, and in a de facto sense, they make asses of everybody that does it, like everybody that joins their cause. You got people that just say the dumbest shit, and you're like, I can't fucking align with this crap. It's like, that's why I'm not like a Republican or a Democrat or whatever. It's like, I can't fucking align with these buffoons half the time. I'm not gonna.
And that's why. And that's why I told Dan, it was like, I was starting to kind of like Trump. I was like, okay, this guy's doing pretty good.
Yeah, I heard you, yeah. Yeah,
and then, what he said, and it was just like, I don't know. I just felt like that was not the best thing.
No, you're like, dude, chill the fuck out. Like,
hold on. In defense of my boy. No, honestly, though, he did the right thing. Department of Justice got involved. He got the FBI involved, and this was all on Twitter. He's twatting away, going like, hey, we're taking this serious. It's a fucking tragedy. This is fucking terrible. And then the world starts burning for days. People gotta remember, it was 2 or 3 days, if I remember correctly, of literally cities being burned down.
Yes,
and looting.
That is when you need a statesman, like to bring people together, at least give it a shot.
Agree.
They're going to hate him either way. They're going to hate him either way.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Trump could say, water's good for you, and they would point out every reason why.
I agree.
Here's the funny thing about this.
It doesn't matter, though. It's like he's got to still do the right thing. Like
he did do the right thing. We're coming in, boys. We're coming in hot. Yo, watch out, you little rocket man.
I feel like that added to their fire. I feel like that just made them more riled up and more pissed off.
No, because got Mad Dog Mattis writing articles in the Atlantic complaining.
We're going to talk about that. Okay. But like the fucking what I'm saying is like it did. It added fuel to the media cycle in the way the media was going to spin that to the people that were at those protests and stuff.
And just like
saying like Trump wants you dead. He wants to take away your ability to protest. That's not the case. I'm not saying what he's doing is right. I even disagree with. Maybe I might disagree with the making Antifa officially a terrorist organization, even though it's not.
You're crazy, Sean. You're not American. Get out of here.
It's too broad.
It's not, Sean. They're terrorists. They're out there. Political aim. No, hold on. The definition. Hold on. Definition of terrorism.
You gotta let me say. You have to let me say my part before you can respond.
All right, dude. All right, respond. Respond to my response, and then I'll respond to yours. Okay.
No, I just think it's so broad that a lot of innocent people are going to get caught up in that, just like the shit that happened post 9/11 with the Patriot.
That sounds like I bet they said the same shit back in the day with the KKK. I bet they were like, "Hey man, I'm just Billy Bob trying to get through life, man, and this is how I get my."
Are the KKK
no, they're a extremist organization, I believe, is actually
a nonprofit.
Yeah, but the KKK is not a political organization. The KKK is an extremist group, but they're not political. They're not. No, they're not though. They are strictly about race. They're not. It's nothing about left, right, anti-fascist. Are strictly political. Absolutely, that's what they advocate.
So, they advocate political violence. Yes,
and that's what terrorism is.
Well, what do you guys think about those bricks? Who do you think is dropping them?
Listen,
George Soros himself.
No, I know who it was.
Who is this George Soros guy?
Oh my God, Mike, let me break this down for you, Mike.
Who the fuck is this dude?
So QAnon broke down real nice. No, I'm kidding. But George Soros is this rich globalist billionaire, and like, dude,
I know, but where does he make his money from?
He's a market guy. He fucking basically literally ruins. He has ruined countries' economies to make money. It's proven.
Okay.
What he does, he's involved himself in basically forms of social engineering. He has talked about it in the past, less openly now.
He killed Jews.
He will. Oh, yeah, I understand. When he was
a Nazi. That's that dude. Okay.
But he's.
I need to see what this fucker looks like.
But basically, he just is known for kind of supporting activist groups. Black Lives Matter got a lot of money from him.
It's funny. He's trying to start another socialist group, which was also what Nazis were. But anyway, I digress. So. Listen,
maybe Antifa is the Nazi. What did the Nazi write? They wrote that fucking book about taking over America. Oh my goodness, this is popping into my head.
See, yeah, it's called Mein Kampf, dude. Mein Kampf, I think, is actually the.
Yeah, and then Antifa is undersized fucking Nazis.
No, they listen.
Speculation about that actually.
Can we just all right? Everyone's a little mad at Trump.
I'm like a genius.
Yeah, there you are. You were there, dude. Mike, we always known. The Rain Man here. Listen, there is some. Listen, I know you're mad at Trump, Mike. Okay, I know I can understand you're a little bit upset. Sean, we know you're upset too. Okay, Antifa, fucking supporter. But listen, no. Well, can we just like really think about up until the last few months what the fuck happened? Like what he did. Like what he did. He replaced the North Atlantic Free Trade Agreement with the United States. United States Mexico Canada agreement, which is going to be a great trade deal, one of the greatest, one of the best of all time, as he said. He also fucking actually quelled shit with Russia, because if you guys don't know this, when Hillary Clinton was running for president, basically was saying that fuck Russia, we're gonna fuck with Russia, and Russia fucking moved its fucking SAM missiles into Syria, we moved our missiles into fucking Syria. If you guys can't remember, he quelled that shit. Pulled us out of fucking Syria. Talked about pulling us out of Afghanistan, Iraq. Kill fucking terrorism. Taking care of ISIS, baby. Lowest black unemployment. Lowest fucking female unemployment. Okay? Lowest Mexican unemployment. In the fucking... Let's fucking go, dude. Our economy, the best it has ever done.
Is this the Democrats' like final solution, do you think? They're like, pandemic, riots.
I don't even... Well, I'm not going to say I think that was obviously more done by China than anybody else.
Joe Biden, they're working with Biden, dude.
With China. Come on, dude. You got to keep up on the dark web.
But listen, I even got Trump hand. Listen to me. This is not. Whoa, that's not white power, people. Don't freak out at me, okay?
Dan, be careful over there.
What is this? Am I fucking part of the Illuminati and shit?
Oh, but, is that Lady Gaga I see?
No, but like let's like really. Did Trump handle this? No. But the guy's like hitting home runs and dingers all fucking day. Impeachment's coming his way. He's like, fuck out of here. Boom, fucking home run, grand slam, out of the park. Guess what? General Flynn, the FBI, fucking literally lied. Coup. They tried to commit a coup. The Russian collusion narrative completely destroyed. He is our Lord and Savior, and we need to just come to terms.
Well, this was.
Look, I mean, come on, guys. Like, you just think about this. Like, how much bigger of a picture do I need to paint for you, huh? What bigger of a picture? You want to put some fucking stars?
You look like a fucking insane person. You got your some jiu-jitsu shirt on. You got John Rambo behind you, Jameson, supplements.
I love you.
I know, and then you got your fucking sunglasses, dude. What are you doing wearing those?
I'm sweating. Sweating over here. I mean, come on, guys.
Ranting about Trump. Where's your MAGA hat? You got to get a MAGA hat, buddy.
Well, you do got to get a fucking MAGA hat.
I live in the South, and I live in a black neighborhood. Okay, so not gonna happen.
Well, you get away with it.
Even though they're no. Listen, dude, you walk out here, dude. People are like, fucking do not like Trump. Okay, man, and it's cool. I respect. We'll have conversations, but listen, my house is marked. I bet now.
Well, let me ask you something though. Are you like a diehard Trump guy, or are you just like he's better than the other thing?
One, as during the time of the Great Revolution, because I just watched The Patriot the other day.
Yeah.
I will not join the fucking redcoats, guys, and that's the Democrats. Like, no, dude, I was watching that shit honestly, and like Mel Gibson, I'm fucking like, Mel Gibson was the same guy for like 5 years, like the same dude. It's like the same type of guy. He was just Mel Gibson. He's not an actor. He's just Mel Gibson, which I love.
He's a movie star. I mean, he's like
Man Without a Face. First directorial debut. Got accused of having sex with a kid. Not true. But I'm watching it and I'm like, dude, this is fucking America. And then I start thinking, I'm like, Netflix releases Malcolm X. Just so happened, okay, right after this George Floyd shit. Next thing I fucking know, the Patriots on there, Waco. I fucking start seeing all these like extremist fucking shit, Ruby Ridge.
You just got radicalized, buddy. You've been radicalized.
I've been radicalized.
Well, if you listen to Alex Jones, this is the second wave. The third wave is coming of the takeover.
Coronavirus?
No, coronavirus was the first wave. The riots and the looting is the second wave.
What's the third?
And then, according to Alex Jones, they're going to take over our country with the third wave.
Okay, Mike.
He thinks it's going to be mass shootings.
It's third wave feminism.
There's going to be something's going to pop off right before the election.
Okay, listen.
That's what's going to happen.
Alex Jones is calling mass shootings. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but there's always mass shootings. I go to Chicago every weekend. They have fucking.
He's talking about like a public outbreak of mass shootings, not like.
Yes.
Listen, if you're gonna tell me this isn't the prime time for that shit to happen, it is. It takes one crazy white dude to go out and it's over.
Well, dude, it's gonna be. They're gonna try to blame it. If it happens, this would be my suspicion. They will try to blame it on right-wing people, like they always do. Even though most of the time their manifestos do not align with like conservative values or whatever. Most of the time they're like somewhere in the middle. They're like Bernie Sanders people. Like they're independents. They're concerned about the environment. Like there's all sorts of shit like that.
Did you not see Bernie Sanders staffers going off on Twitter, bro? Like, burn it all to the fucking ground.
Oh,
like,
yeah. That guy from there's a dude, some ESPN reporter was just like he said he wrote a tweet. He was like, "Yeah, burn it down." And then 2 days later, they were in his neighborhood, and they're like, "Why are you doing this? Stop!"
Yeah, I said that.
You're not. You're like, "Fuck you, you stupid fuck." That's the problem with a lot of this stuff. It becomes an intellectual debate for people. Well, is looting and rioting actually good? Yeah, wait until it comes to your neighborhood, and then you tell me how you feel about it.
Yeah, and then all these fucking insurance.
These poor, mostly black neighborhoods, mostly minority neighborhoods, are going to be set back 10 fucking years. Where are these people going to get their groceries? Where are these businesses going to want to go back there? This is what happens. It's called the Ferguson.
Preach, brother.
Well, and then everyone's saying, "Oh, well, insurance will take care of it. Don't worry. Your insurance is going to cover it."
What happens with the insurance companies? Run out of money. Huh?
But it's okay if you have to suffer for 2 years while the insurance gets figured out. Like,
yeah, but dude,
fuck
at least we solved police brutality, and that's what Black Lives Matter. You know?
No, but it's just like the worst part. It's rich black intellectuals and white people that are fucking say this shit, and you're like, you guys are assholes. You're fucking assholes. There are people.
Well, that's what I couldn't understand.
I saw a video. I don't know. We've all seen videos. There's lots of videos out there, right? But I saw this video. This is old lady, kind of an invalid. She can't really get around very well. Fucking bawling her eyes out. She's like, "Where am I going to get my medicine? Like, the buses won't come through here anymore. Like, where am I going to buy my groceries?" It fucking broke my heart. I couldn't believe that. Just like, or that guy that had saved, his entire life working to open that sports bar. Fucking a second gone. There's tons of.
We got GoFundMe, guys. You got GoFunded over $1 million. So.
You can't go to the fucking beach, okay? But people are allowed to fucking mass protest in your cities and neighborhoods and fucking tear it apart. That is some bullshit. What? They're gonna have some fucking explaining to do in a couple weeks when nothing happens. When there's no COVID spike, wait until.
Sean, you know there's gonna be a Sean. There's gonna be a COVID spike.
Where's Dr. Fauci? Where's Dr. Fauci? Where's Dr. Burke?
I know. They disappeared.
They're not gonna say a fucking word. I mean, that's maybe the smart move. But I'll tell you what, dude, that's some fucking bullshit. People's lives were already being ruined by this stuff, and this is just exacerbating it. And those people who already lost so much are just losing fucking more. They are the ones, and nobody's going to be there to bail them out. Nobody's going to be there to help them. There's no stimulus plan. There's not going to be any of that bullshit. And that's what fucking irritates me the most. I see it, all these fucking Karens and Chads on Facebook thinking that they know what the fuck they're talking about. It really bothers me. It takes everything inside of me. I see these dumb fucking cunts like making with Facebook memes about the voice of the people. This is the voice of the unheard. Like taking quotes out of context, and you're just like, I am so close to just like turning into a fucking Facebook warrior. Just being like, you guys are pieces of shit. You're pieces of shit. Doesn't affect you. It's an abstract argument.
Yeah, John, but you're silent. You're silent, so you're complicit.
I'm talking about it. I have a podcast where I talk about it once a week.
Yeah, you can
once a week, people.
Also, subscribe to our channel if you like movies. We got daily videos.
Well, there is that fine line though of the protesters, and then
yes, I support the protesters.
Yeah.
I'm a First Amendment guy. Like, I support your right to do that, 100%. But as soon as you start fucking destroying people's property, their private property,
yes, that needs to stop.
It's not just Targets. It's not just fucking big box stores.
No, I know.
It's fucking little privately owned gas stations.
They're burning in Minneapolis. They burned down low-income housing that people hadn't even moved into. They burned in like millions of dollars worth of housing. It was like crazy.
Fucking the heroes, the voice of the unheard, guys.
And this is why Antifa is a domestic terrorist organization. Okay, they are. I mean, like they are, dude. Listen, did you watch Project Veritas? Did anyone else? Did you watch the video?
Oh, how I can verify or not verify that. I will say this before you go on your tangent. I'm going to end mine. They are trying. This is their mission statement for if Antifa is the thing, and when they do actually group together and have a plan. It is literally the same thing that like violent right-wing extremists want. They want a war. They want a race war. They want the shit spilling out in the streets because they feel like that is the best way to get their goals. They want to destabilize the country and turn things to anarchy and then let the best man win. That's what they want.
How the fuck am I going to get my Rogaine if Amazon's shut down?
That's what, dude, I was thinking about this. I was like, man, I got 4Ks pre-ordered, baby. Like, don't do this. I can't. I gotta see it the day it comes out. I can't be waiting a week. 16 days, extended delivery times, bullshit. I paid for Prime. I want 2 days.
I'm saying.
Anyways, I'm sorry.
I want a refund. But no,
what do you guys think of the O'Keefe thing? I mean, it's so hard to like. I wish.
Mike, you take this.
I wish he would just dump footage, man. I wish he would just dump.
He can't, Sean.
Dude, that was so edited. It's just like, what am I watching? I don't even know what I'm watching.
What is it? What was
this is a trailer. That's a trailer. See, Mike, this is the problem. I give you information, dude. I give you the goal.
What are you talking about? Of what?
The Antifa under.
Yeah, I watched that. Like the 4-minute one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that.
Eye gouging. You hear about the eye gouging?
Yeah, I did. Is that legit? Is that verified that this guy?
For one. Mike, don't ever disrespect Project Veritas to say it's not legit, okay? They don't edit shit.
Okay,
that may or may not.
Here's what I thought. I was freaked out. I was like, holy shit! This group has they were holding like almost like it was like a business setting. Like it was like, hey, this is what we're gonna do. They had like a PowerPoint
and loud show and shit. Yeah, they're like just.
I mean, it has a feeling of them being in like a business meeting.
Yeah, and they're so slimy about it too. They're just like, we don't want to look like we're trying to be violent, even though that's pretty much what we do. I mean, but we just don't want people to see that shit. I was like,
and I think this is just the tip of the iceberg. I really do.
Who the fuck is that guy talking? How do you even say that shit?
Because what they do is they take these fucking middle class.
That guy's a fucking evil fucking dude.
Take these middle class white kids and they indoctrinate them, much like you saw when we were talking about that protest in New Jersey. They indoctrinate you. They get you to. Because it's always the people. It's always these fucking people, man. Tim Pool put out a great tweet. He was just like, Antifa are the incels of the left. I was like, yes. They're like these homebodies. Yeah. They're on fucking line all the time.
TFW no GF, dude. TFW no GF.
They're all.
Dude, I'm really liking Tim Pool, man.
He's actually been pretty good lately.
Pretty good. He's good all the time, Sean.
I've been hard in the paint with Tim Pool.
I like his. I like when he does this podcast with his buddies
It's fun, right?
Well, but
that's the one I listen to.
It helps balance him out a little bit. He needs that. I mean, he needs some balance.
This is my favorite thing today. Tim Pool's like, listen, there might be a civil war. I'm not saying. And you're like, okay, dude.
Dude,
okay.
He's been saying that
he's
for
scared,
2 years.
But
he's been saying it for years, dude.
If you keep saying it, it could be right eventually. You know, you will be right eventually.
Someday.
He's ready in his bug out van. He's good to go.
I mean, you look at Alex Jones. Alex Jones was just right by attrition. He just didn't.
Well, dude, back in the day, man, Alex Jones was talking about all these things these protesters, a lot of these activist groups are worried about: police militarization, kind of this overreach, authoritarian overreach, all the post 9/11 stuff. Because we fundamentally changed how we did things post 9/11, and it did get more militarized. It did in response. And in response, and the problem is you can't, you're using a fucking hammer for something you need a scalpel with sometimes. And that's so it started back then. It started back in the early 2000s, and it's just the problem has just kind of persisted. But that's what Alex Jones was all about. That he's all anti-corporate. I don't like the Trump era Alex Jones. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm like, you make me laugh. He'll always be entertaining.
Yeah, but he's not supporting Trump or anything. He's not overtly supporting.
Yes, he does.
No. I felt like the old Alex Jones was more like
he was the real shit.
He wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't so on one side.
No, he's more libertarian, centrist libertarian back in the day.
Yeah, damn. Remember the videos we used to watch of him going around filming fucking state buildings, and people would be like, "You can't film here."
He was an auditor. That's
why not? I pay my taxes.
It was a goddamn Constitution, brother. You ever read it? You ever fucking looked at it? But you haven't.
I remember those videos.
No, like I sat there and I think this is all with Alex Jones is more or less. It's not his fault. Like he's been put into a corner, and you don't put baby in a fucking corner, dude. No, it's rough out there.
He turned himself into a very specific brand, and then it got away from him.
Yeah, but it's awesome. I'm the same. There's some good shit.
Like I said, I will always check in with Alex Jones every quarter, a couple times a year, right? Just to see what is the pulse of Alex Jones at. I've known about Alex Jones since I was 18, and he's never been somebody I've ever invested a lot of faith in or anything like that. But I always found his perspective interesting. It was the libertarian perspective, but it's the libertarian perspective, and I probably get a lot of my foundation of the things that I have a problem with in our country from.
So you're a cannibal. You're a cannibal.
Yeah, from people like Alex Jones, because he was just giving that non-state propaganda perspective, and back in the day in the early 2000s and stuff, that was very valuable.
You didn't think about it, yeah.
No, but it unplugged people. I mean, people all they had was just fucking as we have come to find out, basically. Mainstream news is literally just propaganda outlets for intelligence agencies and the government. It's like, what the fuck?
Hey, Fox News has been standing up to Trump, though. He has.
Well, yeah. They got. Is the Tuck in charge of everything yet?
No, Tuck. It wasn't Tuck. It was actually the kind of. I can't remember his name. He has a section called Common Sense, and he kind of sat there. He goes, you're mad because we're criticizing you because we don't agree with everything that you
I know.
do.
They got to have their CNN moment and they loved it.
Yeah, like go ahead, dude. Like, but you know what? Trump's not perfect.
Here's the one thing that's just kind of went underneath the rug is everything with Joe Biden.
Yeah, because
nobody's talking about it anymore.
Hold on, guys. Shit's about to happen. I fucking took some notes earlier just so you guys could be aware. All right. Let me see here. Let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna find it.
In the meantime, Sean, we do gotta agree. Alex Jones would be the fucking coolest dude to have a barbecue with.
Oh yeah, dude, I would love to go party with that.
Oh, wouldn't that be awesome? But like a barbecue around a pool, him fucking cooking some ribs.
Yeah,
and
he's a master on that grill.
Some good Texas
these are all grain, natural fed, from my own taxidermist. All right, so this is 6/2/2020. This is what you missed this week, guys. Hillary was in court and lost her case about the missing emails and will have to testify in September. 6/3/2020. Rosenstein has to testify. I watched that.
Actually, a bunch of stuff happened to it. Weren't they in court? Yep. Yeah, Ted Cruz was there, yeah.
Yesterday or the day before. No, it was Lindsey Graham, I think. Senate votes to subpoena Obama officials in Obamagate case. So, like, you gotta think. That's literally happened this whole week. And that's important stuff that we're seeing. They're literally calling back Obama officials. And that's why they get someone like fucking a deep state, fucking narrative-driven Mad Dog Mattis, who let Green Berets fucking die in Afghanistan. Like let them die because he's like this great general. No, he's like, you can't give me a sit rep, which is a situation report, so I'm not going to send any dudes over. When you have fucking Marine Recon on standby that can go fucking kill these dudes.
Yeah, don't you love every fucking liberal hack like
posting
the op-ed, posting the letter saying words like powerful. Like you're talking about Mattis, you fucking sick psychos.
Do you know why he left? Trump. He got mad because Trump wanted to pull out of Syria.
I know. No, but that's when you see the real. That is what Trump deranged syndrome is that you could take somebody that's like a radical progressive and have them singing the praises of Mad Dog Mattis.
You feel that? You feel that coming? That's the Trump train, baby. Get your ticket.
I
mean, what do you guys think about this next election? What do you think is going to happen?
Dude, Trump will be probably assassinated. I'm calling it. Mark the day. 6/4/2020, 6:33 p.m. Actually, 8:33 p.m. my time, Central Standard Time. Now listen, I'm serious. They can't, dude. He's gonna win. He will win.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
This is all, Sean. This is all fluff, man. This is all fluff. 58% of the United States agrees on using federal military, to stop these riots. 58%. Okay, of all registered voters said, dude, listen, our cities are being fucking burned to the ground. Help us. And Trump is the fucking guy that called North Korea fucking little Kim Jong-un Rocket Man.
Well,
okay?
I mean, Biden can't go up against him in a fucking debate.
No, it's over, baby. Michelle Obama's the only kryptonite to...
Is there any way they can replace Biden at this point?
Yes. Michelle Obama.
Well, at the convention, they can put somebody else in. I mean, Bernie technically still has an opportunity at the convention.
Bernie.
They're gonna fucking take Biden out. There's no way they can let that guy fucking run.
I think they're gonna go with it. I think they're going with it.
Bernie lost all credibility once he gave all his shit to Biden. Everyone was like,
I know.
Fuck it, I'm out, dude. I'm sick of it.
No,
and
fool me once.
Listen, dude, so I face-fucked this Bernie chick the other day, like a week ago, right?
What do you mean?
Yeah,
my fucking chick's a Bernie chick.
Because I asked her before I said Trump 2020, and I busted in her fucking face. Okay? Literally.
Got problems, buddy.
Yeah, I cut my wrist, and I'm like, bleed all over her, dude. Bleed all over her. But it was literally like talking to people, and I'm trying to have open dialogue. I'm pretty fair. Most of the time, you know. You start talking shit on my boy. No.
I got a little defense.
Yeah. Hey, lowest women unemployment ever, man. Do you not hear about that, man?
Don't you care about women at work, lady?
Man?
This guy loves you.
Racing the gender gap, baby. But it's one of those things where I just go, I'm like, how do you deal with the idea that Bernie is a millionaire, owns 3 homes, drives a Maserati, and he's claiming that he wants like equal what? Like this guy's a fucking faker, dude. Trump is real. Trump takes shit in golden toilets, and you know about it. Like he's a fucking baller, dude, and you knew about it. There's no hiding his wealth. He's like, I am what I am.
Well, who's after Trump and fucking after Biden? The next election.
Donald Trump Jr., then right after that, Ivanka Trump. And then Barron Trump someday. I mean, we'll just have a whole succession of just like... No, honestly, that's scary as fuck. But I do think another Trump will be elected within the next, 12 years.
I don't know. We'll see.
No, it's going to happen. Dude, I'm telling you, Trump is going to be like Nixon. He is going to be Nixon. Not Nixon, Reagan, excuse me. He's going to be our Reagan. That is because Reagan was highly controversial, lots of fucking shit. He was super hardcore against the fucking left, and it's the same shit. Dude, listen, man, everything's gonna be fine, baby. Are you gonna see another impeachment? I bet so. After that doesn't work, then they'll kill him.
That would be scary.
Oh, listen, I want to explain something.
Yeah, but if they kill him, the vice president takes over, so they may not want to do that.
Well, one, because honestly, if we want to be real, Pence probably would be a better president than Trump would be. As far as statesman,
unless you're gay, yeah.
You hear coronavirus? Like, that's a good backup, dude. That's a good backup. He's a good backup. He's he's like.
Honestly, I almost know nothing about Mike Pence. He's so boring and vanilla.
Don't you guys love America? I just love. He's like George Bush, but smarter.
Hey, where does that dude live? Does he live in Washington?
Yeah, Mike. He sleeps right next door in the White House, dude.
He sleeps in the White House?
Yeah, right next door to the mall, and they have a door. No, I'm just kidding, dude. They probably got their own spot,
You got a connecting bathroom.
But they have underground tunnels though that go directly back and forth between there, so they can get them to the bunker and all that stuff. I've seen House of Cards, R.I.P. Kevin Spacey, but there's. No, but honestly, listen. I have to get this out before we end this shit. So we've had, I've been talking to some friends that work in high places, if you know what I'm saying. I got the documents.
Buy more canned food.
Yeah, a ZB 3000. No, but there's definitely seriously, man. They are infiltrating these protests.
I know they are. Of course, they are.
Our government.
Oh, I know that.
Dude, they're mapping. They're legitimately mapping who these people are. All their phones are hacked. You can't do shit. Everything. Do they already know who these people are? And they're gonna go out and arrest a lot of people. It's probably gonna happen. And I think this is what Trump is alluding to, getting people ready. And according to Q, you're definitely gonna see some mass arrests. Also, there's this fucking terrible conspiracy theory going on that Trump was involved with Epstein. Not true.
No, it's actually just an old. It's already gone through the news cycle a couple years ago.
Yeah, but people are literally putting.
Well, that's because of that documentary that came out.
Probably.
No, oh my God, no, wasn't it Anonymous?
Yeah, Anonymous. Act like it was news, and everyone was like,
yeah, and it's just the same thing. It's actually already available.
Yeah, that's how they got it.
But it just put it back.
In that new documentary that came out on Netflix.
Yes, I did not watch. I started it.
You should be careful, Mike, because that Netflix is owned by the CIA.
Well, I was saying that Netflix documentary really wasn't that good. They did not go into any of the Bill Clinton shit.
No, dude, because that's honestly, I swear to God, I was kind of joking, but it's literally propaganda. It's
no, it's not. No, it's not. You guys are wrong.
I was like, they did not go into any of the shit.
Most Netflix documentaries that have to do with any type of political thing are fucking propaganda.
Hold on, guys. Listen, the people who edited this did a fantastic job. Okay,
Barack Obama is literally fucking works with Netflix.
No, if you watch when I was watching, I'm like, they showed a picture of Bill Clinton and Jeffrey Epstein. They
one time, Dan, but they don't.
That's all it takes. That's all it takes. Them one person pulls the thread, dude. You pull the thread, and then you just follow the fucking thread.
What they did was when people
they had to put that in there.
No, when people like Michael are like, what the fuck? You didn't get into that. Yeah, we did. Didn't see this picture. That's what it's there for.
But no,
but it's also
not
there to obfuscate the actual story of Jeffrey Epstein, because if they're just selling the story of Jeffrey Epstein, the fucking savant, inside trader guy, the market guy, that's probably not true because it seems like he was probably a plant.
He was something more, way more.
No,
he had so much shit on so many people. He had cameras in every room. He had so many people come to that house.
And
he had shit on everybody.
Yeah, and things like that Netflix documentary get you to stop thinking about it because you're like, oh, that's the answer. Okay, I watched this documentary, but I know all about it.
Well, and here's the other thing, Sean. All the FBI evidence that came out of Jeffrey's house in New York, what did they find? What evidence did they find on people? They need to release that.
I agree.
This is what's going to happen. You're going to be 40,
and fucking Hillary Clinton killed fucking Jeffrey Epstein. Facts. I'm not lying.
Most likely.
He's got a little moonshine in this kid. He's like, listen.
My Mike's like, listen. Have you
listened?
Like,
seriously.
Dude, listen, but hold on, Mike. So you're going to tell me it was Hillary Clinton. That's who you really think it was?
Hillary
Clinton.
Clinton.
Hillary Clinton.
Well, it was the Clintons.
But why?
No, dude,
because here's why, Dan. Because Jeffrey knew things about them, about their child pedophilia, them doing shit. He had all of it.
Yeah, and but he knows that about a lot of powerful people.
Yes, I mean, like, but the Clintons have been proven to kill.
No, they haven't been proven.
Well, Sean, come on.
Shut up!
Sean, come on. Seriously?
Being a real Ryan right now.
Come on, you don't know. Mike,
come on. What about that dude? Fucking 4 a.m. in the morning guy. Yeah, they come on, dude. They know that fucking Hillary Clinton's killed people.
That's right. See, Sean, all you have to do is just believe, and it's real.
They know. You know. I know. They just don't fucking want to say it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes, really? You don't know?
I with any type of actual like confidence? No. Are you kidding? Do they seem like the type of dynasty that would do shit like that? Of course.
All right. What about that guy? Dan, who's that fucking dude they killed outside of his house in the morning?
The staffer, campaign staffer.
Yes. Come on, Sean.
No, of course, no. I agree. That was a fucking weird thing.
Okay.
What about the Rolling Stone journalist when he was fucking driving his car and it blew up and it went 500 fucking feet from his car? The fucking engine block that weighed 4 or 5. Shut up, Sean. You're a deep stater. You're a shill.
I love the cowards the cowards at The Intercept. All of his colleagues. The Intercept. If you guys know what The Intercept is, a very progressive but very like
Star Trek.
Hey, Sean.
Remember that? Did you ever see that documentary, Dirty Wars?
Yes.
Jeremy Scahill.
Yes.
So he was one of the founders.
He died.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did, Sean. Don't fucking.
He didn't die.
He did die.
He's one of the founders of The Intercept, and he was like making weird excuses. Like he just didn't want to get into it. He didn't want to go there.
Sean, here's a question for you.
What's up, buddy? What
do you think the odds are that Hillary Clinton has killed somebody?
100%, Michael. That's my vote.
I believe 100% too. There's like no doubt in anybody's mind in America. No, it's true. People know, they just can't prove it.
Listen, if you take a poll of all registered voters,
and that's the problem. And that's the problem, Michael. You got to be able to prove it.
No, dude.
That's why Jeffrey Epstein was going to fucking prove it, and they killed him.
Yes. See, Mike can see all the dots.
What you're saying is Jeffrey Epstein is actually the hero of this story.
No, Jeffrey Epstein wasn't killed, Mike. Jeffrey Epstein was body switched, 100%.
You think so?
Dude, did you see the hips on that guy, on that dead body? Those hips didn't lie, dude, and that was fucking not Jeffrey Epstein.
Was a much more slender man. You know?
Yeah, and he also had an egg-shaped penis, according to court documents.
According to the deposition, right?
Sure.
You guys ever watched his deposition from 2004?
Yeah, it's so slimy and gross.
Well, it's great.
He's like, see the last answer.
Do you guys really love just watching deposition videos? I can watch them for hours.
Well, I haven't watched them a lot, but yeah, they are fun.
Oh, dude, I gotta hook you up with the Roger Stone deposition.
Oh my god, dude, some of the best shit ever.
Why are you a piece of shit?
I don't fucking know. And because they'll be like, so, you basically said you hate Santa Claus. Dude, fucking. Like he's just getting, dude, and he's
Listen.
like, this thing with his shoulders, like that Trump fucking makes him, you know,
Oh,
when Trump looks like he's got a tick and shit. It's
I
awesome.
do want to say this though. The one, if we do end on Jeffrey Epstein, that the documentary left out. Listen, people. Jeffrey Epstein was planning on planting seeds inside of girls in his ranch out in New Mexico and taking over the world. It's a fact. It's been proven.
Is that in the documentary?
Well, they talk about Juan. They're like, yeah.
Well, no, he's openly a eugenicist. Openly thought he was part of.
Yeah, but they don't touch on this
enlightened
because
master race. Like,
here's why. Because there's other people out there that are doing that.
So what? Like we're talking like what? What are they planting? What kind of seeds? We're talking.
They're planting babies.
Oh, literally his sperm. Literally dumping.
It was like what was the name of that movie? Body Snatchers, dude. There's some wild shit, bro.
Listen, there's a lot more than what that documentary led people. Listen, people.
That's what Michael. That's what I said. It's called obfuscation. They are tricking you. They're tricking people.
I feel like you're tricking me.
No, they're getting
deep
people.
State narrative.
No, they're getting people not to ask questions.
Yeah, and what about his fucking girlfriend?
Yeah,
what?
Hanging out in Colorado, over in Brazil. What the fuck is this girl's doing?
His handler.
Yeah, or Maxwell or whatever. What is she doing now? Where is she?
Maxwell, yeah. I don't know. I don't know where she is anymore.
She hasn't been arrested. Did you know why, Sean? Because she has a fucking hard drive, I heard. She has a fucking something, and she keeps on her at all times.
It's not even a hard drive. It's a switch now. They have a switch that is being transferred. It's going to be given out to a random winner at Walmart in 2028.
They will have it all.
That's true. She has shit, and it's locked up. And she said, "If you take me, I will release this on the internet." It goes off.
Seems worth it. Seems fucking worth it. Like, what? Well, I want to know the truth, man. I want to know.
You can't know the truth because too many powerful people will be compromised. So they're never going to arrest her.
At the Prince of England get caught in bold-faced lies on national British television. Goodness. Listen, talking about that ain't me, sir. It's a picture of you in this.
Dan, there will be shit that comes out in that documentary that will make people throw up if that ever gets released. They're not going to do it.
I want people to throw up. I want fucking people to feel sick and disgusting. Because guess what? If Trump's a pedophile, get rid of him.
Let me ask you guys a question. Okay, this is another one of these weird anomaly things. So whatever happened with that Vegas shooter, huh?
Yeah.
Did he arrest her?
Interesting, right? Yeah. No, they dropped that thing like a hot fucking potato.
Where is the Las Vegas shooter?
Oh, he's dead.
Did they kill him?
Yeah, he was dead the night it happened. What I'm saying is, what happened with that investigation? Like, there's never any follow up. There's never any.
Don't even bring it up, dude.
There wasn't any like clarity to the whole thing. It just kind of went away. Fucking, there's a lot of strange shit out there, and that guy was another person where people are starting to find things. They're like, wow, this shit's not adding up. Was this guy actually like an intelligence asset, and he was there making like a gun deal, and then they used this event to cover it up, like because something went wrong? I don't know. He was also had connections to the Philippines and child pornography.
His wife, I remember that.
His brother also ended up being a weird guy. Like, so there's all this shit like that. This shit happens all the time. And people
I wish I could time travel to like 2080 when it's all declassified and we just know it was because like JFK and shit, you know.
I'm still waiting on the JFK shit. I mean, come on.
That should be out. Yes.
No, but what I mean is just like whenever people just forget. And things like these Netflix documentaries, like about specifically because it's about Jeffrey Epstein. That is like a way to shut people up in a weird way.
Yes. Listen, we talked about it. We're done.
Yes, we're done. We're done. We gave you an answer.
I mean, okay, guys. So this is what we got to do. We got to start a multinational, international, multiracial, biracial,
of course,
multi-class,
genderqueer. Yeah,
exactly. Organization called Spearhead, okay, under the name Project Blacklight, and we gotta fucking get under there, dude. We gotta figure it out.
We should. We should become conspiracy busters.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude. Sean Atwood, it might be one of the best dudes on fucking YouTube.
He's very entertaining.
No. He's bringing some real shit to light. He's broke some shit. Are you kidding me?
No, sometimes yes, but he's another. No, but he.
Don't
No, I
dare you, Antifa loving Trump hating son of a bitch.
I like Sean Atwood a lot. What I mean is he will entertain anybody's like theories or opinions, right?
He's
Sean
an
Atwood, I'm
American.
gonna have to look this dude up.
He's an American.
Well, I want to know what happened to Jeffrey Epstein's
No, he's
fucking
not.
wife.
He's a British
Sean, he's American in spirit. You know what I mean?
Nobody's talking about her. She was a pedophile too.
Who?
Jeffrey Epstein's girlfriend or wife or whatever.
Yeah.
It's not his wife. She's his handler, or she's just associate. Ghislaine
No, she was his
Maxwell.
girlfriend.
Ghislaine Maxwell.
But there's evidence that she what? Yeah, she was his girlfriend.
No.
Yeah.
She was known as his like thing. Like
No,
they had a thing.
She
They
was known.
molested kids together. They had a thing.
She
They
was
slept together, Sean.
Oh, I don't know.
His
I
eggs
don't know.
did.
How could we know that? But
Because
because girls testified and said I slept with both of them in the same bed.
oh yeah, maybe she might have joined in on these excursions. Sure.
She's his girlfriend. Where is she in all this? Why is she not arrested?
Listen, Mike, you go listen. You want to see some shit? Look up Sean Atwood and
Dan, I wrote it down. We'll look it up tomorrow on my drive.
I know, but type in Sean Atwood and former police like child.
Why don't you shoot it? Why don't you shoot him the video?
Oh yeah, you're right. I'll shoot you the video. But it's interesting because it's an hour and a half, 2 hour. But you actually, I sent you guys the documentary that he made in the shadows. Like, oh, I'll send it. He made one. He put it on YouTube. It's probably gone already. But it's basically a combination of all like the main interviews he's had over the last 5-6 years. And he connects, and it's just all connecting basically how the British government is completely full of pedophiles. It's full.
Yeah.
Of pedophiles. And they have documentation to prove it. He has the documents.
Pedophilia has always been a weird preoccupation of like elites and intellectuals. It's always been
like incels.
And that's why Stanley Kubrick was trying to do the good work and expose these people.
Dude, Mike, have you ever seen Eyes Wide Shut?
No.
I don't know.
Don't watch it with kids. Don't watch it with kids.
Listen, Dan, if it's too bad, I don't watch it.
No, but you got to hear, Mike. This is your problem. This is why you'll never fucking, actually get Hillary Clinton.
This is why you'll never find Ghislaine.
You go, this is too much. Mike, are you scared of reality, bro?
Dude, you got
I'm not scared of reality, Dan, but like there's certain things that I just don't.
Mike,
there's certain shit that.
If Jesus didn't battle the devil and fucking in the desert and shit and like have that moment of doubt and like, oh, what's going on? Like, you gotta confront the devil, baby.
I understand that, Dan, but there's certain things that are just so horrific and so just fucked up. It's like,
yeah, but you gotta have faith in the vortex and Abraham and that they're gonna be able to pull you out, buddy.
Well,
I know. Listen, Mike. I'll tell you this much. If it's you got to look at it more of like an intellectual exploration or a study of something. It's like, do I like? No, hold on. Hear me out. It's like, do I like agree with anything the Nazis did? No, but I'm read on it. So I am aware of the things that they did to get where they got, and to how they abused their power. And they did. It's not pretty. Like 6 million Jews being killed. It's not pretty. 55 million people died during World War II.
Yeah, though, I mean, you need to understand the pathology of people that you disagree with in general, no matter how intense it is, right? You need to understand why they are that way.
I'm not asking you to watch child porn, I'm asking you to watch some fucking interviews with some guys who've, like, dude, I met this guy in the FBI, okay? His name, let's call him Greg. Okay, Greg was in charge of, basically watching all the child pedophile porn. That's what he's into. Identify.
Yeah, like, I would never want that job. That would be a fucked up job.
Wouldn't want that job either. I'll be the first to admit it. But you have like someone's got to do it. Someone's got to look at the darkness.
Yeah, someone does got to do it. But you know what, Dan? Not me.
Are you a soldier of truth?
Yeah.
No, I am, but you can get around.
Are you a soldier of Christ, sir?
You're kicked out of Zoobox. Get out of here, buddy. If you're not willing to watch 18 hours of child pornography out of whack, I don't want to talk to you, buddy.
Oh God. Okay, just for FBI listening, we are kidding. We are kidding, please.
Michael.
No, sir, but like, it's
Okay,
I'll watch stuff, but if it's like too shit, like just too much, I just don't want to fucking watch it.
I hear you,
but
like,
you wouldn't like Eyes Wide Shut.
It's like not realizing that 300,000 kids go missing in the United States every.
No, I realize that, and I look at those numbers.
Like you're just like, holy fuck. And where's the highest concentration of that? Sean, tell him.
DC.
Sean, tell him.
Oh,
thank you,
DC,
Mike.
Yeah.
Dude, I know this shit. I'm down on this shit. I fucking studied it. Trust me. But I know what's going on. I'm in. I fucking understand.
Go ahead, the prize. Mike, put that gun away.
Yeah. Listen, I just really want to catch these fuckers. And if we got to do Project Blacklight on our own and the birth of something new, I think the real
that would be a fun job though, like going around hunting down fucking bad people.
Well,
like
hunting down
Maxwell.
Somebody, guys, if you got, maybe we should put out some feelers. We could try to find these, these like pedophile hunter guys on YouTube and shit, or they used to be. I don't know. We should try to talk to one of them. We could do Zoobox interviews.
That would be cool. There's actually people that do that shit.
Yeah.
They entrap. They basically entrap people.
Yeah, they pretend to be little girls on the internet. And
what
shit.
the fuck?
And then they
how do they not get in trouble?
Because they're not technically, they're just getting the evidence and then they're giving it to the police. It's not, the police can only do entrapment.
I don't even know if they don't actually give it to them. Sometimes they just confront them and film it.
They come up and they're like, hi, you here? Who are you? And he's like, oh, blah blah. And they're like, why are you here? Look what and they just start showing them all the dick pics they sent. And they start throwing like fucking like all the like all this like crazy shit. You're like, oh, you thought I was a 14-year-old girl, huh, pervert? You fucking sticky, you sycophantic fuck. And then like the guy will be like trying to pull out in his fucking F-250, like trying to get out of the parking lot. It's real fun.
There's a guy in Canada that does a lot. Yeah.
Hit me. I saw a guy do that one time. He goes, fucking hit me. Like I called the police. I know your license plate, motherfucker. I was like, holy shit. God bless America, baby.
Justice is served.
You know what? I mean, I think if we're gonna go out and do it, guys, honestly, I might be able to self-budget a pedophile hunting group.
Well, you already kind of look like a Dog the Bounty Hunter-esque figure.
Yeah. Why not?
With your look like a fucking... You literally look like a PTSD-stricken fucking veteran with your fucking John Rambo eyes looking at you and your supplements. You got a book with the SAS. Holy shit, dude. You've gone full.
And I love your glasses. You got fucking regular glasses, then you got sunglasses.
Yeah,
because he's got to be ready for that. He's got to be ready for that Chris Kyle LARP,
It gets dark.
Oh, Dan, you fucking wear your glasses like that? Do you wear them over your other glasses?
No, Mike. I'm not a fucking ingrate. All right? I fucking know. But I'll say this much. Sean was accurate in his statement. I am a disabled veteran with PTSD, but it is what it is. Actually, guys, I'm telling you, man, things are looking up for the future for me. So
yeah, but what I'm saying is that you are growing into stereotype.
I just don't want to be those dudes that are like auditors, like those First Amendment auditors, and it's like I'm not. It won't be me. But we're gonna. I wonder. And you know what, dude? Maybe it's just all about effort, guys. Maybe if we just put a little more effort into trying to find these fucking pedophiles and these fucking sickos, I guarantee you Alabama...
Zoobox is going to have the weirdest trajectory ever. It's going to be like this weird, raucous, politically incorrect podcast, and then it's just going to become... Yeah, then it's going to become a pedophile hunter show.
And it will
got a live one here, boys. We're fucking live streaming the chats.
Yeah.
Look. Fuck! I just told him I was rubbing my little girl pussy, and he's getting off. He just come. He just cummed. He just came.
So gross. I guess I could probably shave my junk and then I could tuck it. It might look like a little girl pussy besides my hairy ass thighs, though. I'll probably give it away.
We'll send you out. You're the shortest one, so we're gonna.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
Well, yeah, and you got the long hair, maybe from the back angle.
Yeah, I mean, I got a kid at the ready, but he's already he's already basically become a man. So you should see his shit, dude. They're fucking man-sized shit.
Holy shit!
Yeah, that's what I said.
But anyways, the American people, you have to realize, Joe Biden, he does embrace the shit.
Joe Biden said you ain't black if you vote for Trump,
and nobody's talking about it. None of these freaking Black Lives Matters talking about that shit. They need to be.
Trump. That's why you vote for Trump.
but they actually had black public intellectuals taking up for Joe Biden, saying like, "Well, he's technically right." Not even shitting it.
Yeah, I know that. But if Trump said that, oh my goodness.
You're not down for the culture. You're not down for the culture.
Well, there's a difference between blackness and being black.
Yeah, I know. Look at me. No one would ever think I'm black.
I mean,
no, they wouldn't. Looking at me. No. But on the inside, dude, I'm a homie.
Yeah.
I like Eminem. I like Eminem.
Sometimes when Dan calls me, he greets me with, "What's going on, homie?"
Yeah, I do. I do. I think I did that today.
Yeah, you did?
I did.
I think you did that in the group text.
Yeah, I've been using homie a lot. I've been feeling really down to my roots.
Blackness confirmed, you know?
Yeah.
He's like, "Soul Man over here. It's coming out of him."
No, but that's what really shocked me, is that nobody talked about that.
Because
that really shocked me.
That's why Trump is the guy you got to vote for. That's why you got to vote for Trump. He's like anti-establishment, anti-media, anti-freedom, anti-hate.
He's not anti-establishment.
Oh, you're going to tell me Trump's not anti... You're crazy. The establishment has been trying to tear him down for fucking 5 years.
Yeah, they know, but they say that, but they don't actually do it because he benefits a lot of them.
Whoa. Sean.
He looks out for... but he's got his... he is a very wealthy dude, Trump. He's a businessman. He comes from that background. That's who he's trying to help out at the end of the day.
Nah, that's all lies.
Bottom line.
That's lies.
Because
he lowered the corporate tax rate from 35% to 21%. What happened? More fucking jobs came back to America.
I understand what I was going to say before I was cut off.
Interrupted with that nonsense you were speaking.
No, because he is of a belief that is what you do to benefit everybody in a broader sense.
Did it work?
I don't know. Yeah, but you don't know whether that's sustained. That's going to be sustained growth. I don't know.
Do you know why we don't know? Because Democrats keep coming in and fucking it up.
Because it's never been done before, boy.
Political takeover, baby. Tea Party.
I would really like to unabashedly like Trump, but it's because of the person I am. I find him very entertaining, and that's.
But Dan, you're liberal on some things.
I'm liberal on a lot of things, guys. I'm Joe Rogan, basically. No, but I love Joe Rogan. He literally says nothing that is like modern day liberal. He is a libertarian, absolutely. Like myself.
Then he has communists on his podcast, and it's like,
but you gotta be friendly.
No,
who did he have? That was who?
I'm being hyperbolic.
David Pakman.
Fuck that dude! I fucking hate that guy.
See, Mike, there you go. That's the attitude.
Sean, have you watched that? Oh, don't get me started on that dude.
I did not watch the podcast, but I watched David Pakman. I know.
I watched like an hour and a half, and then I went and fucking threw up.
Dude, one time, I randomly wrote this thing on Twitter one time. I didn't even tag David Pakman or anything. I was just like, went to go check what David Pakman had to say about this, and then I said, "Oh wait, who gives a fuck what David Pakman has to say about anything?" And I got a bunch of David Pakman fans like attacking me on Twitter. There was like 100 people. I was just like, "You guys are goons," because you had to search this fucker's name.
That's awesome.
Because I didn't tag anybody. It wasn't a part of a hashtag. It wasn't part of a trending thing. I just wrote it as a joke for like Paul.
But my buddy Paul. Did you do at David Pakman?
No, like I said, I did not tag him.
Wow, you didn't tag?
No, Paul knows about Pakman, David Pakman.
No, and so what David Pakman does is he searches his own name on Twitter.
Yeah. And
I think his show retweeted the tweet.
Oh wow.
Be a petty cunt. It's just a joke, guy. Like if you're gonna be in this business, you're gonna have deal with it.
Yeah. I mean, but there's got to be something more. Listen, I'm not gonna sit out here and fucking say everything Trump does is perfect, but he's close.
I kind of wish he was my dad. Actually.
Yeah. My dad's dead. Daddy Trump. Daddy. Thanks for the VA benefits. There's whatever. But no, I'm being dead serious. So come on, think about it, man. We were on record. Fucking breaking shit. We were doing it, man. Fucking freedom, and all that fucking glorious shit. We were shitting on the Dems. We were shitting on the liberals. We were fucking just shitting. I literally sometimes, just to make myself feel better, Mike, about what's going on in America, I just watch Election Night 2016. And dude, all that fucking mainstream media just, what's happening? They can't handle it.
in truth, I mean, you could agree that we could have a better candidate than Trump.
You're fucking high. Who? Rand Paul.
I don't know who, but somebody
Rand
that.
Paul.
I mean, if you're being honest, I mean, there could have been better people.
Rand Paul is probably closest to my values as an actual person.
No, but like, listen, Trump. Like, all right, okay, hold on, guys. Let's fucking be real here, okay? Okay. Trump does stand up for America more than anyone.
Yes, he does.
The European Union said, "You fucking pay us." Went to South Korea, "You fucking pay us," because we've been fucking spending billions of dollars protecting these fucking people, probably trillions over the last.
And you know, the one thing I do like about Trump, he does fucking say, you know, everyone's shitting on America that lives in America, but what they don't realize is that it's like the best fucking country in the world.
Yeah, what they don't fucking realize is if you go claim sexual assault in fucking India or fucking like Syria when I was over there, and they fucking lit a 13-year-old girl on fire for calling out her fucking principal for sexually assaulting her, and you know who lit her on fire? The women of the town. Where you're fucking in Iraq and Afghanistan, and they throw you off fucking buildings for being fucking gay. In Iran, they behead you, and they fucking do all this terrible. Dude, you fucking speak out in those communities against the Sharia law, you're killed.
Well, it's the same thing in Russia. You can't say shit about Putin.
You can't say shit about fucking.
If you were saying the kind of shit about Putin they say about Trump, you'd be assassinated.
Well, that's the great irony. While they call him a fascist, authoritarian dictator, they're allowed to say that. That's the whole fucking point.
Can I ask a question? When did it come to fucking president's job to unite the country? Why the fuck is that his job?
Always.
No. Fucking hear me out.
That is
always.
It's not.
It is a de facto part of his job.
I want a fucking guy that will tell me the fucking truth. Tell me the fucking truth. No matter how much it hurts, baby.
Dan, we can all agree what happened to George Floyd was horrible. And it was...
Said it.
Yeah.
Said it.
I know. So it's his job to try to unite and say, okay, this is a horrible act.
So how do you unite a bunch of fucking domestic terrorists, Antifa, and all these fucking people literally burning down their fucking cities and neighborhoods? How do you unite those people, Mike?
You don't try to unite those people.
Those people to fucking understand. Exactly. When
but those people are like, they're ideological. But the average person, and like we said before, like no matter what he does in response, people are gonna hate him for it.
So what do you want him to kowtow?
No, I don't want him to kowtow. I want him to be the bigger person and just be straightforward or shut the fuck up.
He was pretty straightforward. When the looting starts, the shooting starts, baby. You hate us because you ain't us, Sean. You hate us because you ain't us.
It's just don't be inflammatory. It's inflammatory.
Yes.
It's election bullshit. It's political bullshit, and he knows it.
Oh, it's burning down your cities is inflammatory. Destroying all the fucking countless jobs.
Stop. It's not the same thing. We're not talking about the same thing.
Oh, dude, listen. I'm just going to say it.
Dan, me and Sean aren't agreeing with that. What we're saying is that some of the stuff that he says and the things that he does, he adds fuel to the fire. So that stuff escalates more.
Adding fuel to the fire, Michael? Fucking lighting buildings on fire, okay? That's fucking adding fuel to the fire.
Yes. I'm not denying that.
Trump wants to go for a fucking stroll, so he fucking lights some people up with rubber bullets. Not that big of a deal, okay? No, honestly, what happened? But that was Attorney General Barr wanted that fucking area cleared that morning after that church was set on fire, and then by the time he got there, which was like an hour before Trump did, they like, you got to clear this shit, dude. I've already requested this. Da-da-da. They didn't use fucking tear gas. They didn't use smoke gas. They fucking made 3 announcements over the loudspeaker. And you know what fucking happens if you don't hear it? Tough shit. Like, that's fucking, you're near the White House. The president is the #1 asset under protection level resource. He is the #1 guy. He's it. If you don't think they're going to push some people out of the fucking way for the president.
Well, like, the whole point is that he didn't really have to do that. That was almost like, why did he have to do that?
No, he did have to do that. You have to have a show of like integrity and force and be like, we're not going to be afraid of you. We're not going to accept the conditions that you want to go about doing this. You have to do it to show strength. Yeah, he had to do something. He had to do something. And
you know what?
They set that church on fire, which is a historical church.
Yes,
every president since George Washington has prayed at that church or whatever. It's important that he did that symbolically. And the people that were there, they were breaking curfew, I believe. Were they breaking curfew?
Curfew supposedly was instituted like 30 minutes before that, and so there was no way for people to know, I heard. But no, this is the thing.
And they probably did that to arrest people.
Listen, I'm not agreeing with the rhetoric Trump uses all the time, but guess what, dude? Oh my God, we're in World War III, we're going to fucking war with fucking North Korea. Nothing happened because Trump's a fucking boss. And he backs up what he fucking says.
What they're gonna do is try to manifest it in America. That's what's gonna happen. Like none of these global conflicts actually paid off. So they're like, well, where can we actually control?
Do you know what?
The media is like, oh, we can control Americans. We can control narratives, and fucking people buy into it, dude. It sucks.
I mean, like, listen,
people have to stop buying into the.
And this is part of the problem too. Like, you have these people that go to school. This is the first generation that you have literally, quote unquote, social justice, like indoctrinated people getting into positions of authority and power and influence. That's happening right now. There's a whole thing going on with the New York Times right now about the New York Times editors having a problem because somebody wrote an op-ed they didn't like.
Yeah, it was the
Tom Cotton. Tom Cotton wrote this thing saying, "Jesus Christ, you fucking lush."
Yeah.
Tom Cotton wrote an op-ed that was like, the time is now to bring in the troops.
Yeah, pretty much.
Stop the riots. And basically, the piece itself is much more nuanced than the headline. But it's like 58% of Americans support the military stepping in to stop the riots.
5-8, baby.
They do have to stop the riots. So they cannot allow this shit to happen.
Yeah, so the piece was about that. It was about that, the idea of it, what would happen if it were to happen, is it necessary, et cetera, et cetera. But the writers, the other writers that work at the New York Times are in revolt. They're fucking, you're going to get fucking.
You know why?
You're going to get black people killed. You're going to get, the New York Times writers are in danger now. The people of color that work at the New York Times are now in danger.
Yeah, but do you know why?
Even though it's in a majority opinion, and it actually does not say what the headline implies it says, which is a problem with the editor putting the headline on there. But anyways.
Another thing to take into account is because these motherfuckers are going out protesting and rioting and looting. They're fucking doing it probably too, so they're all fucking scared and shit.
But let's be fair. Yeah, I know, because they're not just reporting on it. They're participants, and they encourage it.
Yeah, they're fucking cancer probably.
I know, but I want to be fair, though. I think there is a clear distinction between protesters and the looters.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're they're almost like they're two different groups of people, and they don't have anything to do with each other.
But that's why if people start, like, it's the protesters need, and they have been, videos have been coming out, people stopping people from destroying shit, which is generally fucking white people. Like, I can't believe this, dude. Like, I literally, like, 90% of the time I see someone destroying something, it's a fucking white person.
Yeah, it's a kid with a skateboard.
It's like, you fucking losers, dude.
Well, no, that's why Tim Pool is just like, they're the incels of the left. Like, they're fucking, like, these soft boys and these fucking, like, crust punk chicks.
Dude, honestly, man, listen, guys, I got laid 3 times last week. Hardcore.
So I'm riding high. I feel like a man for the first time in months.
My dick itches. My dick itches.
You got COVID, buddy.
Probably.
But
hold
probably
on.
got it all over it. You got COVID-19 all over that thing.
All over, dude. Still stinks.
Probably gonna fucking shrink up. You're gonna have to cut it off.
Oh man, I'd be scared, dude. If my dick starts getting a cough, I'll let you know. Chlamydia kind of looks like your dick has the flu. So, but it's just like, I really do feel like there is a need for strong men. Like, there really is. There's a need out there. Women want, like, they're so sick of these fucking pussies. And honestly, you know what women fucking, this woman, if a woman doesn't want me because of my fucking views, because I love my country, because I love my president, and I love the laws and the Constitution, and I love everything about it, baby. I fought for this. Can I get it? No, but I fucking love America, dude. And when I got all these fucking people, Drew Brees going out talking about shut the fuck up, Drew Brees. No one wants to hear your fucking bullshit about you loving the American flag. Shut the fuck up and play football. I'm sick of celebrities coming out and speaking out. I don't care. Candace Owens, you can speak because you're beautiful, baby, and I love you. Honestly, if you ever met
like her job.
God damn, dude, she is fucking.
She's
fine.
like an Instagram influencer. She's a joke. She sucks.
No, don't you dare.
I don't like Candace Owens.
She got a video. She posted a video.
Dude, she's a sociopath. You don't know? Dude. Do you know about the early history of Candace Owens?
Yes, Sean.
No, please tell me. I don't know this, so tell me, Sean.
Like, don't believe to this conspiracy theory.
I want to know.
So what she started wanting to start this internet database for online bullies, which would match your online behavior to your name. Like, people could report you, and then they would match your behavior to your name. And this is something that would be disseminated to companies that would look to hire you in high schools and colleges.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like doxing you for doing shit online. And trying to ruin your life.
You can't hold her accountable for some shit.
No, I'm just saying all I'm saying is that's where she started. And it has been nothing but she's like a chameleon, a shifter. She's a grifter.
Ooh. No, she's not, dude.
This is about dollar bills, y'all, for Candace Owens.
No. One. Okay. Listen, I've about had enough of that. Okay?
She will not. You can't talk about a strong black woman like that.
What is she saying about all this?
Okay, listen. There's an 18-minute video she posted up. It's got over 30 million views.
Over
30 million. It's good. It's actually a really fair representation, I think, of what some people are not acknowledging.
I saw some of our
since it's coming from a black woman, you can't call her racist. A lot of white people are showing this shit.
One of our cousins on our mother's side shared it, and I was like, "Oh, that's." Strange.
Oh yeah.
It's
Ben and Jerry's, right? Ben and Jerry's. You know who I'm talking about?
No.
Place to be with the J. Ben and Jerry's.
Yes.
There we go.
No, but I was surprised because what that told me, it was like, oh, that broke through to the mainstream like moron. Like it crossed over into being like a.
No.
She's not usually like that. She's the firebrand. She has a very strong opinion in one direction. Have you ever seen that
speech she gave in Congress? You know, when she fucking with those white women telling her
listen. There's tons of people I don't like.
It's easy being black and Republican in America.
No, actually, I don't think it is.
Can you believe this guy? Can you believe this guy?
Honestly, I really do.
Listeners, I want you to subscribe and comment about how this fucking hater.
That might be the hardest thing to be.
A black Republican? Absolutely.
Try to be a white libertarian. I'm joking. Because everybody that's libertarian is white. It just shows you. No, but she broke into kind of the mainstream with that video.
Yeah, it's logic. Okay, for one, you can't judge it because you haven't watched it.
That's her new grip. No. I got the gist. She's like,
no, you didn't,
guys. Fucking, I'm not a victim.
Dan, what is she saying?
I've never been oppressed. She's talking about how she's never been oppressed. There's lots of black people she knows she's never been oppressed. That it's not the victim mentality is a bad way to go. What else would I imagine she said? I'm assuming that's what she said. She said, "Yeah, that is my assumption because I understand the playbook."
I'm sure it's worse in certain areas in the country where where things happen, and it may be the whole population in that area may feel or experience that.
Yeah,
especially in a place like Baltimore. That could have been a place earlier that happened.
What happened?
That black people were mistreated, and there was
sure, yeah.
And now, so I'm sure there's certain areas, depending on where you grow up, or like in Chicago, or some of these other.
Her message is about. I hate using the term "pull yourself up by your bootstraps," but no, it's more about like, don't give in to the narrative that you can't make it in America.
Yeah, it's basically don't be a victim.
Guys, I just had a fucking weird message came in, dude. Really weird.
Is it from X22? Is it
from who's it from? Antifa?
No, I remember the guy I lived with in Portland.
Trust the plan?
Yeah. What did he say?
You want me to read it? I'll read it.
Sure, he's never going to watch this, yeah.
Probably not. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know exactly what the fuck went down in Portland. It was hectic time. My life wasn't exactly in control. And I know you had your own life with your own expectations. But in the end, man, I just think it was fucked up the way you left. The truth is, Oh, let me fucking actually. I don't care if he sees that I read it. The truth is, I don't have any hard feelings, though. I'm sorry for my side, man. If you wanted or needed more, that wasn't very clear to me. And so I put in what I felt I was getting out. I wasn't trying to offend you or the music. And that's why I'm messaging you. I'm itching to make music, and for better or worse, we can make music together.
The band's back together, boys!
I don't know
because
about
he
that.
doesn't even play an instrument, so.
Yeah. It's literally like one of those things where it's like,
Gotta play his-
no, but that's kind of a blast from the past. For like almost a year, I've been living on my own, fending for myself through the trials and tribulations and playing my own music.
You should make amends.
I will make amends in the sense of like, I don't understand what is he trying. No, like, listen, dude. Like, one, there's two reasons why I think someone would reach out of the blue. One, they're in dire need.
He had money.
They need money, because that's happened to me many times. Two, there is a sense of maybe actually wanting to be for like some sort of reconciliation. That's fine. But trying to lure me back in with the music and all this stuff, it's like one of those things where I know I can make it successful on my own.
Well, you can do the same thing you were doing with him by yourself. So he's not.
I mean, within reason. Within reason, yes, absolutely. Yeah, I think I can. I think I can. I know I can.
I mean, it might be just a reach out for reconciliation. I don't know. Like, it seems like it could be either way, or it also seems like he's a needy guy that is looking for some sort of insecurity validation thing.
Did I fuck up and did I kind of fuck him over in the leaving?
100%.
Yeah, but like I did, but the only way I really fucked him was like I gave him fair warning. It was like, dude, I literally cannot pay the last month's rent. I will admit, I paid him up front. And then I was like, listen, dude, like, I can only give you X amount of money, and, like, it is what it is. Like, I can only give you this much. Like, I'm broke.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of a reality. I do feel bad about that.
Yeah,
maybe I should just pay
the
him.
reason why that is because you wanted to leave. If you had just stayed the extra month...
I would have been so fucked.
Why would you have been fucked?
How would I have left?
Okay, whatever. No, we don't need to get into this.
No, but it's definitely an interesting experience. Yeah, for sure.
One day maybe we'll talk
I know he
about
lives in Texas. He lives in Texas now. So it's like
I'm gonna give him a call. He's gonna be my next Zbox interviews. I'm gonna be like, yo, Blake.
So
tell me about this band you were in. I'd talk to him. Fuck it.
I mean, but he's basically sitting there trying to say that I didn't put enough in. I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting.
Yes, the fucking wheels are turning.
Well, I'm sitting there. I'm like, did I ask for like a little bit of time when I first got there to get my shit together because I had just gotten out of the military? Yes.
Yes, maybe this is a thing that just happens between people especially when you don't really know each other. It's the clarity of expectation and what you're supposed to do for the other person or what the other person expects of you. These things happen. It happens a lot. And
it does.
You guys had a little bit of that, and the fact that you were not comfortable enough to speak to one another on just a basic level, and I know that you tried a few times and you tried to express like what you wanted or what you wanted to do.
No, it was just that I personally felt like I was treated like an idiot, and I will not tolerate that. I will not.
Blake seems like a fucking moron. I'll be honest.
I mean, well, I don't think he's a moron, but
I do.
I don't think he's a moron. I think there's like ego involved. I think it comes down to ego and everything, and I'm the type of dude that'll let you push me around a little bit. Because I just want to get by. Like I'm.
Why do you always attack me, brother?
But you know what I mean? Like I'm just like, hey, dude, I'm living with you. This is a new situation. I'm willing to sacrifice a little bit of my own, like, comfort just to get by. Because one, I moved from Turkey to Oregon. You know what I mean? Like that's like I kind of made a big move. So and then I moved from Oregon to Alabama. So I don't really know how I feel about that message, honestly.
Dan, here's my advice. Just make up with them, move on, just say, I forgive you. I hope you forgive me.
Yeah, dude, just be the high road man and be like, listen, Blake, I forgive you for what you did to me. And just leave it at that. And then watch him.
I mean,
fucking.
I don't think it's fair to say I fucked him though. I don't think it's fair.
Well, Dan, just listen.
You're gonna get 50 text messages when you say "I forgive you, Blake." Just all you write, "I forgive you, Blake." You're gonna get a book.
No, just call him up and just fucking, just make amends and move on with your life.
Guys, we need content, okay? Dan needs to text him, "I forgive you, Blake," and nothing else. So that we.
I don't know. It's like one of those things, man. I don't know. Dude, like, honestly, like, it feels like an ex came back into my life. Like, my fucking heart dropped when I got the message. I was like, oh, fuck.
Look at this photograph.
Yeah. Because I was like, why?
Well, that's what I would do.
I thought we were... Mike, I hear you. No, like, I am all about reconciliation, but I know myself, and I'm a weak bitch when it comes to people saying they're sorry, you know?
I know, so accept apology and move the fuck on.
One more chance for the poor boy.
Yeah, but you gotta gauge sincerity, and you guys don't live, or it would be weird if you. How are you gonna make music together?
Just say you don't want to do that, Dan. All you have to do is say you don't want to fucking do it.
I really felt like, okay, I'll be honest. Like, I told him straight up, like, I'm not gonna be able to pay last month's rent. Like, I hear you. Like, here's enough. This money I can give you, and then I left. Like, I know, but it sounds more fucked, but at least I told him. At least I told him.
He's just trying to make excuses, though.
No, yeah, I'm a dick. That's kind of a dick move. But dude, it was like, get out now, dude. Get out while you can. That was literally how it felt.
Your emotions were very heightened. You felt.
Oh, maybe I should call him. Should I call him?
No.
I would just call him and fucking make amends and say you're sorry, and he'll apologize and say, wish you the best of luck, and fucking go on your way.
I know, but like, I have this.
The first thing you say to him, be like, "Man, how about these riots, buddy?"
Yeah,
sure. He has a hot take on that. I'm sure he has a.
He's the kind of dude that would be in it.
He would be. Yeah, he'd be a riot. He would support the riots. He would support.
He's very nihilistic in the view of. Very nihilistic in the sense he's like, which I can't explain what he was going through at that time, and he was like, I don't give a fuck about any of this political bullshit. It's all bullshit, and didn't think any of it was important. And
I know that's why he would go out and he'd be like, I don't give a fuck because none of it matters. I'm just gonna go loot.
That is actually probably accurate, but there was like all this, like, no, dude. I was sitting there, I'm like, man, like, how can you not see the problems with like people's views being suppressed through the media or, through like social media? And he goes like, because who gives a fuck? And I'm like, dude, that's such a like, he's like, I honestly don't care if this world burns down tomorrow. And I'm like, no, that's fucking crazy. No. Or like me talking about Eric Weinstein and like talking like, oh, this is like a really cool thing he's talking about. Oh, that's not that hard. He's just trying to act like he's smart. And I was like,
because it sounds like Blake is a dumb asshole who has arrogance.
I think it's definitely arrogance, but I would not say he's dumb.
Listen, if you're too fucking stupid sometimes, just shut up and listen. And you're always going on about your these. He's never gonna listen to this. Is cool, dude. Blake is maybe one of the dumbest people I've ever fucking heard of. In fact,
it's not fair.
I think Blake should be put in prison for the way he conducts himself. He is a danger to society.
But there is no way that I was. It's not like you're only getting my side.
I know.
So it's not that, like,
I'm being facetious. I'm being hyperbolic.
You are, but I'm just saying. I feel like it's said like you're my brother. You're obviously gonna be.
You're a piece of shit.
And I don't know how to react to that message though. Honestly.
I just told you how to react.
You can either ignore it.
I'm saying like call, or do I have to text? Why would you not just text me?
Why are you just fucking calling?
Hold on. Why?
Hey, no one fucking texts, man.
Wait.
Who the fuck does that?
Wait. A lot of people, Mike, unfortunately.
Well, I know, but in this kind of situation, you call them up, you make amends, you say you're sorry, and you move on.
Wait, hold on. Why do you have to do anything? You don't need to do anything. You could just not do anything.
I feel like... Well,
Dan feels it, so he's just gotta...
No, I always like to, if I have a chance to forgive and forget, like just move on. But
you're like an abused girlfriend, dude. This man mistreated you. And he's an arrogant cocksucker, and he doesn't like...
Okay, well, let's break it down. How did he mistreat you?
No, it's not about mistreatment. This is exactly how I felt in this situation. It came down to very simply this. like, I'm talking from day one. His girl, like, she got mad at him because the day I got there after driving 20 hours or wherever it was from Wyoming, right? The day I got there, she was upset with him for being there, and she had to come down and like hang out.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like very codependent.
Girlfriends are always going to be like that.
No, Sean, like supremely codependent. Well, I don't know because I just fuck them and leave them. You know, it is my curse. But anyway, so like long story short, Monday through Thursday, he really wasn't there. He was always down at her apartment. Exactly. And then it basically came down to a situation where I didn't even feel like the music was going anywhere. I didn't feel like anytime we would try to record, she was always there. She was always fucking like, oh, like, I don't like the way you did that. Like, who the fuck asked you, lady? Because you saw the Dead live a few times. You think you fucking know everything about music? Like, get the fuck out of here.
I got some thoughts, guy. I got some notes. Listen, when I was in a band, we had the same fucking problem sometimes, okay? Some dude, our fucking guitar player would bring whoever he's fucking to practice. And they would sit in another room and they would just sit there for 2 hours, right?
Yep.
And then they'd come out and they would give critiques. And I'm like, what? Like, go away. Who the fuck are you? Like, and it would make everybody uncomfortable. Nobody felt like they could let loose because they know somebody's listening to them in these moments that are supposed to be private, creative moments. When you're trying everything out, you're sounding bad. You're just fucking going for it.
Like, well, I'm a natural born performer, so I have no problem playing in front of people. No, but you're right. Okay, there's like this definitely, you know, it's definitely
it's
distracting.
Rude.
It's distracting.
Taboo. It's rude. You don't do it. It's not done. It's not done. God damn it.
Yeah, it's distracting to say the least. But long story short, I'm not like saying that. Like, I told him when I first got there, I was like, dude, like, give me some time, basically. Like, give me a week or two to get like a washer and dryer because you don't fucking have one. So like, what the fuck? Anyway, so I made it work, and I made a decision once he blew me off. He said he was going to be there Thursday night. Didn't call me Thursday. Didn't call me Friday. Didn't call me Saturday. Or he messaged me and said, hey, can you bring my $3,000 mixing board and all the recording equipment to fucking his girlfriend's place? And that's the day I decided that I was fucking moving. Sunday.
But those are good reasons, dude. That's a man. That's a person who has zero fucking respect for you.
Exactly. That's the way.
So maybe you guys just aren't meant to be friends, and maybe you should just ignore that text message.
No, but it's more or less about coming to, or at least like a closure, reconciliation. Like, yeah, dude, like, you know, I hope you're doing well, but
you got to keep that fire. You got to have.
Don't live with that hate, Dan. Just let it go.
Live with it, Dan. Dan, live with it. Let it drive you.
You guys like my angel and my demon on my shoulders right now.
No, fuck that. People like that don't have a right to your fucking. Because you know what, he gets closure too, and fuck him. People like that don't have a right to that shit. They don't have a right to you. They don't have a right to your time. They don't have a right to your heart. It's like, just not the way it fucking goes, buddy.
Honestly, the kind of fucked up part is that he's like, I don't like the way you fucked it up, like, or.
Exactly, he turned it around on you to be
a little bit. He did a little bit.
And well, no, he doesn't like the way you left because you didn't pay the last fucking month.
Let's wait one more time for sure.
Listen, in that text, he accepts zero responsibility.
No, he does.
Because he said, I didn't know what you wanted from me. You didn't establish it correctly. You weren't clear. This is some hot drama. I wish we had started the show with this. God damn it, Bill. Fuck this up too.
All right, I just screenshot it in case it deletes it, honestly. He said, let's read it again, guys. You guys tell us in the comments or whatever. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know exactly what the fuck went down in Portland. It was a hectic time. My life wasn't exactly in control. And I know you had your own life, which is supposed to be pretty good. Okay. With your own expectations. But in the end, man, I just think it was fucked up the way you left. The truth is, I don't have any hard feelings, though. I'm sorry for my side, man. If you wanted or needed more, that wasn't very clear to me. And so I put in what I felt I was getting out. I wasn't trying to offend you or the music. And that's why I'm messaging you. I'm itching to make music, and for better or worse, we can make music together.
Fuck this piece of shit. This is a leech. This is an emotional cry out. He's in a bad place right now. He's in a bad place right now.
I am the talent, which honestly, you still didn't even fucking listen to my song.
No, actually, I haven't. Thank you for asking. Dude, I forgot. Dude, I've said it. Oh,
Mike, guess what? He's got a kid. Let me hear that one again.
No, Oh,
Go
fuck.
ahead.
Yeah. It's a good excuse, by the way.
I mean,
What I'm saying is, no, I wanted to listen to it, and you were like, oh, make sure you have like a stereo or headphones. I was like, oh, I'll wait, and then I forgot. So I will definitely do it. You know what, Dan? That song, just because you said that song is now gonna fucking open the show.
Now, I mean, go ahead. I don't give a fuck. It's not that great. It's pretty rough. But...
Days gone. Is that what it is? No, I'm sure.
Actually, it's actually called "She's Loaded," and it's all about a Volkswagen from 1974, and she's loaded up.
We'll see if it meets the Zubok standard.
Yeah, probably not. Honestly, it's pretty bad. But I'm gonna have to start. No, I don't give a fuck. Do what you gotta do.
I would do that without your permission.
I can send you a better version I've recorded. So that is actually audio only. So have a little higher quality.
No, but dude, fuck this Joker. Like this fucking guy. This guy is. Dan, I know guys like this. I've known so many of them.
I know, but this is my
attention. This is pathology. This is like a guy just being a piece of shit.
But I also like want to hear it, and I want to say those words. I don't want to. I don't want to yell. I don't want to cuss. I just want to be like, listen, dude. I respect your position. I respect what you feel. I did fuck you. I fucked you in a way, and I apologize.
I fucked you.
Okay.
No,
there you go.
Guy, dude, no, Dan.
Hey,
no.
I got shit.
No.
I got. Why?
John, what's wrong with him making amends?
Because he just got his closure. He just got his closure by somebody basically being exactly who he thought he was. So there's Dan's closure. Blake wants to get it off too. Fuck Blake. You don't get to get off. You don't get a little piece of that action. You don't get it. You don't owe that shit to people. You're giving people a little part of your fucking soul. Your little part of yourself.
I don't think so.
And not everybody deserves it.
Okay,
not everybody.
Hold on. But what am I gaining?
You are a precious commodity. You are a precious commodity. Do not just be fucking giving shit away like that.
I am the talent. I am the talent.
Do you want to leech?
No, what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is, when you know me, I'm forgive, like let shit go, like I'm not that big of I'm not like there's no talking shit on anybody. That's just who I am. I've always been that way, and also I've known to be friends with people to a fault, and you know that about me, and I think that's what you're looking out for.
You're a loyal person, yes.
But even after getting fucked, dude, listen,
you're a loyal person. Yes.
I'm Mr. M, Fritz Lang, fucking asked me to move down. I said, fuck off. Mr. Silly Man, I said, listen, dude, no offense, but no. Like, I've done it. I'm already good at being able to tell people that shit, and I think that was...
I've become the higher man. Have you ever seen the end of 2001 with, the baby? That's me.
Dude, I live alone, dude. Listen to me, fuckers. I live alone. Well, you got kids, you got wives, you got fucking pregnancies, you guys got chaos.
So why did you say...
I gotta go do my Math 100 homework, motherfuckers. Okay? That's what I gotta go do. My life is complicated. Nah, I'm kidding, guys, but... no, but it is definitely something that like I get to do what I want to do, and I get to, and there's a part of me that is really had a hard time trying to fucking move on and find another drummer or another musician to play with. It's created a lot of distrust with me as far as playing music with people, because I do realize what I'm doing is so great and original.
What a piece of shit.
I feel like Courtney and fucking I write the songs. I fucking wrote
the Dandy Warhols. It's from the documentary. If anybody's curious, Dig. He says, "I blow my nose, and hits come out."
Yeah, I love it. But you gotta have that energy, You gotta have that
swagger. You gotta have that swagger while you're singing about vegan eateries.
But it's just literally one of those things where I'm comfortable with moving on. I'm comfortable. Like, I don't know what my response will be. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you tomorrow. I'll tell you both of you tomorrow what my response will be. I will say
you save it for the show. You got to get screenshots. Save it for the show. And Dan, everything has to be on text if you fucking talk to him, because we need to be able to read it live on the show.
No, but I can talk. I have a good memory. I'll take notes. Like, I'm a talker. I'm an orator, as the guy said in the Patreon.
I want verbatim, dude. I don't want your version. I want the truth.
I'm just like, look at me, dude. I'm a mess, man.
You know what? Well, you know, Zoobox Nation. You know what we call Dan behind his back? We call him the Great Embellisher.
Bitch, boy. I don't embellish. I just fucking.
We call Dan the Great Embellisher.
I don't embellish. I just fucking.
Dan will spin a yarn that is partially true, just like about.
Yeah, but I always tell you what.
You all heard it. You all heard it earlier in this episode.
We did.
The Apple situation.
Yeah, we did, Dan. And then I thought the whole thing was a fucking lie.
I'm honest about it. I'm honest. I like.
Yeah, but I thought the whole thing was a lie. I was like, wait, the whole, and then they were like, no.
Yeah, dude, he sours everything.
He like.
It's nonsense, dude.
I love how mad you're getting.
I don't want to. You guys just like MSM. Do you know what MSM? The mainstream media, and I'm Trump, and you coming at me, bro. You coming at me. You attacking me. I don't appreciate it
because I'm always getting a better rap.
Look at him. He's disappointed. He's disappointed in you, bro. He's disappointed in you. Fucking look at him.
Oh, dude. Oh, Mike.
Yeah.
I got a fucking daily video for you tomorrow, buddy. I made it just for you. I did a 20-minute review of The Searchers, just for you.
The Searchers.
John Wayne. John Wayne.
Oh, fuck yeah! Wow. What did you say? Awesome.
Well, you gotta watch the review.
Oh, dude, I'll post it to you, buddy.
I'll watch it. You watched that movie lately?
I watched it the other day. If you have HBO or HBO Max.
No, I don't.
Well,
I don't have HBO, but I will. I can get it. I'll watch it online.
Yeah, no, it's around somewhere. Yeah, I'm sure you can find it.
Yeah, I'll rent it.
Yeah. Well, I think you would really enjoy it if it's not one you're very familiar with. But I'm familiar with The Searchers. Now that you brought it up, I did it. I actually even name dropped you. I was like, when we did that episode, we talked about
I will listen. I will listen to it.
There you go. I'll shoot it to you.
I will listen to it. That episode probably fucking, man, that shit. That's like an episode that could go viral. Talking about westerns. Well, only if old people listen to fucking podcasts.
I wish we all lived closer so we could do like these live commentaries. We could set up a green screen. We could all get in like a grandpa western outfits.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Go find a bunch of public domain westerns and watch them together. That'd be a lot of fun. But we can figure out how to do that over online. All right, so we're done. We're done recording this episode.
Yeah.
We close it out.
I gotta wake up early.
Yeah, I got you, buddy.
Sorry, guys. Not me though.
Dan's over there fucking texting his little boyfriend, but we can end.
No, I haven't.
Blake, I'm sorry for this great misdeed.
I honestly, dude, I just got this. I just want to see where my picture's at, dude.
I'm coming.
The picture I posted yesterday is pretty hype. People are really fucking liking it.
I know.
Listen, dude, I get the likes, man. I bring the fucking party.
Yeah, it's because you're part of the sociopath, narcissistic culture. It's disgusting.
Look at that fucking picture.
Dan, you're in a fucking bubble.
I just see a bum. I just see a homeless man. That's why I wrote what I wrote. I was like, for 10 cents a day,
I know.
You could
but
be
that's the whole point.
Young man's life.
I'm the guy that I'm living the veteran's dream. I'm like living like a bum. I'm a bum. Play music. Do massive amounts of cocaine and fuck a lot. It's a great life.
Yeah.
So I'm really alone. I'm really alone.
He's very lonely. I am very lonely, actually. All right, America, thank you so much for listening to this episode of Zoobox, a podcast about nonsense, all of which you've just heard. This was an expansive episode. But you know what I like about this episode, though? We kind of solved the world's problems. I mean, if you listen to this,
we did.
I think the leadership and the politicians and the global leaders, they should come together. They should listen to this podcast, and maybe they'll get some answers out of it, right? We're on the pulse of the white opinion.
We have a lot of good solutions to the problem.
Yeah, exactly. So thanks for listening, everybody. If you want to find more about Zoobox, there's going to be a bunch of links in the description for Facebook, for Instagram. If you want to shoot us a private message, you want to reach out to Zoobox Nation, you can do that at zooboxpodcast@gmail.com. And we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to start doing listener letters. So if anybody made it this far, if you're listening, shoot us an email. We'll read it live. We'll read it. Will. And no matter what it says, it could be good, it could be bad. If you're the person that gave us 1 star on iTunes, please write in. I would love to hear.
Who the fuck did that? What a fucking asshole! Who did that? Fuck that bastard. We should call that guy up or that girl, get him on the podcast, and have them explain why they gave us a 1-star.
Oh, it's probably. I mean, what if they listen to the dumpster fire episode, or they listen to the fucking? We've had some.
The Louis C.K. Listen, we're gonna get hate. So
the Louis C.K. one, I just think it's a psychological thing. It's like if people are like see it trending poorly, and then they're like, "Oh, negative, fuck this guy." Most people only literally listen to 2 minutes of it.
Yeah.
So whatever you did, Dan,
it was me. Probably my hair, honestly.
All right, America, have a good one. We're gonna stop. Peace and love.
Straight shooter out.
Oh.
I'm down here drowning in your fat. You got me on my knees praying for everything you lack. I ain't afraid of you. I'm just a victim of your fear. You cower in your tower praying that I'll disappear. I got another plan, one that requires me to stand on the stage or in the street. Don't need no microphone.
I don't know if you could like somewhere and put like an alarm, because we know it's drinking time. But I'm just saying.
I can't. It's fucking. It's Thursday night. I can't get too trapped.
Hey, man.
I thought you were cool. Take off that hat. You ain't captain of nothing. All right.